Save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you. Take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine. Show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster. Gotta get better. Gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now. Get up now. Go with the move, go for the goal. Lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Keep fighting, God, show them how to make a miracle. Go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Keep fighting, God, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Stand up, go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Keep fighting, God, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Keep fighting, God, show them how to make a miracle.
I would go the most underrated weapon. I would go for the 5.7. It still does one shot when you close range, so I don't see people play that often 5.7. But I think it's really good, and for that, like price and headshot range and stuff. So usually people should go more for 5.7.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 15 desk. I'm chuckling slightly because that was quite a random tidbit that we got from Searson. He's a fan of the 5.7, but hey, it's great to hear from him because we are about to watch his team Big square off against the Party Astronauts. Yes, my name is Parla. I'm taking over from the wonderful Trace, and I've got Blair and Alan taking over from YNK and Cassard. Guys, how you feeling?
Feeling fantastic. Day 2 here. We saw some pretty expected results, you might say, from yesterday, but hopefully we might actually see some upsets. We already saw one in Game 1, players going down to the side of Movistar Riders.
I guess the only question now is, any more upsets today? Can Party Astronauts pull it off?
Look, what's the likelihood that the Party boys can take out BIG?
Unlikely. Extremely, extremely unlikely, Paula. If that happens, listen, the Twitter sphere might explode.
Or something like that.
In my mind too.
But to frame it properly, with Party Astronauts, of course, come into this competition, it's all a learning experience, it's all about exposure, it's kind of the same angle as we took with LFO, so any map wins, any good results, that's good for me, that's what I want to be seeing.
Absolutely. Guys, let's focus in on Big with a specific attention on Tabson. That guy, we know when he plays well, he's an absolute machine. Do you expect that he is going to fire off against the Party Astronauts?
I mean, like, we all know, you have Searson, he might have a off days and whatnot, but Tabson is the star of this team, the IGL, the star. And for the side of Big, yes, Tabson is someone I want to look at, but also as the IGL, right? Looking at the loss they had yesterday against Liquid, it was pretty lopsided. Dust 2, their map pick, they just got brutalized on it. And even in Mirage, even though, yes, there were a couple of rounds here and there which got a little close, it looked like Liquid were in full control. So therefore, heading into this particular matchup against the biggest underdogs in the group, Big should be making to look this a very clean, a convincing 2-0.
Yeah, as we saw during the game yesterday, tabseN was almost certainly the best player on Big, probably the most consistent factor for them. So I feel like any questions around individual level, and he plays a lot of important spots, isn't really the issue here. We're more looking at tabseN in terms of being that in-game leader, that leadership figure within this team, of course, bringing in Crimbo in place of Keto, as well as still integrating Faven. There's a lot of questions with this lineup in terms of utilizing these new players and figuring out the roles. And even though tabseN definitely individually has been great, I still think we need to question the overall makeup of this team.
If the guys on Big play at the level they did yesterday against Liquid, do you think they'll beat Party Astronauts out? I think they'll still be able to secure a victory. I don't think they really have to play to their highest skill potential here to get a W.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. For Party Astronauts, got to bear in mind as well, they got PTR Peter coming back from his adventures in Pokerland and, you know, getting back into professional Counter-Strike as well. So they have a standing issue at the same time. And let's be real, they're a team who have, you know, surprised a lot of people when it comes to NACS. But now you're going up against some pretty big boys, especially, I mean, no pun intended, of course, but big especially. They've been looking to kind of, you know, not revenge per se, but looking to wake up and start off, you know, getting some wins in this group.
Yeah,
absolutely. Alan, before we get more words from you, we have Heku down on the sidelines for an interview with one of the members from Big.
Hey everybody, right now I'm joined by Big's newest addition. It is none other than Crimbo. Crimbo, I already got to talk to you some time ago, but I'm really happy to see you here again. You kind of had a good start. You managed to qualify for the RMR, but when it comes to EPL, unfortunately you lost to Liquid yesterday. Can you explain why?
There's not one reason because we lost, but they had a great game, especially on Dust 2 in the beginning, and on Mirage Me, like, we did too many mistakes on our side. So we had, like, it was 8-12, and then we got to 12-12, and then we did these little mistakes again, and then we lost the game. Maybe it was like because of the first game with the team, like with me new in the team. We as a team have the first LAN game, and yeah, but we could have learned from that yesterday evening. We watched the demo together, and we are confident today.
Well, you were the IGL in your previous team, and right now you are kind of like sitting right next to tabseN, who also helped the academy team. Did he have like some kind of like 1v1 sessions with you before like this tournament?
Yeah, we had 1v1 sessions like when I was in the academy team already, really much, and now I'm his roommate, and we talk a lot in the evening, and because like I'm the unexperienced player on the team, it's my first big LAN, and yeah, we have a lot of talks.
And today you have no problems against Party Astronauts, right?
What?
Today you have no problems against Party Astronauts, right?
No, I don't think so. We are really confident. We had a good prep before that game, and yeah, I'm sure we win it.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Crimbo there, completely self-aware that he is the least experienced member on his team, but nonetheless saying that he doesn't think they're going to have any problems and that they are confident against Party Astronauts, Blair.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday itself, they were talking about how Crimbo has a big say, and you know, he's kind of secondary calling for his team, and the fact that Big and tabseN and, you know, and everyone in the team is allowing him to have so much input, considering he is the newest player when it comes for this lineup, when it comes to, you know, Tier 1 Counter-Strike, LAN, CS. I think it's a pretty good sign for them. They're looking to really inculcate him, not just be kind of like the stand-in, but trying to make him a core figure in this team.
Yeah, such a great sign, and of course, bring in young players. We hear a lot of horror stories in other teams. They're trying to push them into roles they haven't played in before, or not giving them the space to play how they like. But obviously with Crimbo, it sounds brilliantly so far. And for those of you that watched the games yesterday against Team Liquid, the issue is Liquid can push them in so many different ways, can exploit flaws in Big that we just don't think Party Astronauts, those players, their structure, will be able to, especially with their standing situation. So they might look poor yesterday, but for Party Astronauts, this is still going to be a massive order to take down a team of Big's caliber.
Alan, now let's turn our attention towards Party Astronauts. Me personally, I'm very excited to see PTR standing in for them, as Blair established. He went off on his poker adventures, and he's standing in for one of their players now. But the man of the moment on this lineup is Pwn Alone. Own Alone, however you want to say it. Much up to debate.
EA's looked brilliantly over the last few months, especially domestically. For me, he's almost certainly the best player on this team, the AWPer for Party Astronauts. Now, that's been a little bit of a spanner thrown in the works due to PTR being the stand-in, also an AWPer. So they have got a few issues on that front. But for me, coming into this tournament, Ponalone is the player to watch out for. He's the one I want to see competing against international competition and see how he fares now against the really big guns in these kind of high-tier offline competitions.
Guys, just about PTR, are Party Astronauts really going to feel the loss of Viz not being there? Will Ponalone be able to, you know, reach an extra height to fill in that gap as well?
I mean, just have to go back to what we mentioned earlier a few minutes back, right? For this team, it's more about a learning experience, even if they had Viz in this lineup, right? And yes, you know, with PTR coming in, it's going to be more of a challenge, but I do want to see Ponalone really step up. You know, he is the third best AWPer right now in North America. And considering he's not exactly a fresh-faced kid, man. The guy's 31 years of age and is still cracking
a man of my own heart, 31 years of age.
Yeah, but Boomer is really showing up. So he's fantastic. But a player for me, I want to see really step up or at least have a couple of really good games here and show what he can deliver over here in EU against the top-tier teams is Jonji. We know what this guy can do. He can be a bit temperamental at times in the server and outside the server, but if he delivers, we might have a couple of exciting maps here. Maybe even a potential map win being taken by them.
Alan, do you agree? Is Jonji the second player that you'd like to see stand out after Ponalone?
I think actually DJ is the player I really want to see performing because I was going through some of their games, looking at their positions. He has great numbers for some of the roles he's playing with. A lot of edge of the map on T side, more of those sort of lurking roles late round. And then CT side, a lot of kind of the boring, kind of the considered the bad anchor spots. But at least domestically, he still finds his numbers. And again, same story as Ponalone. Going now up against international competition, I want to see if he stays at that sort of level.
I guess that's one of the biggest questions out there for this Big versus Party Astronauts matchup is that if the Party Astronauts players can, you know, deliver the same sort of numbers and results against an international lineup, and an experienced one at that.
It's unlikely, man. Like, even though Big have this Crimbo coming in, he's impressed me. I was watching some of his big academy games, Alan, and as a caller and the way he was playing his roles, albeit, yes, against the lower tier of caliber of opposition, he really impressed me. So yes, yesterday against Liquid, again, Liquid, you got to remember the players on that lineup. It wasn't easy going, but heading into this matchup, it should be Big. As Paula said, even if they're playing at their average, they should take this one.
Hashtag the night shift. Guys, it's time for the veto. Alan, you want to start us off?
Yeah, jumping into this one, I assume we're just going to see the standard permabans. Vertigo goes away for Party Astronauts, Inferno for Big. No surprises there in terms of the pick. Overpass comes out of Party Astronauts. Didn't see that one coming. I think the big one for Big was much more expected. But Overpass, I feel like this is a bit more of a left field pick trying to catch Big off guard.
Absolutely. And the Dust 2 pick coming in from Big, I like that. It's them making a statement pick. They're like, sure, we lost against Liquid yesterday, but we are still very comfortable on that map. A nuke will be the decider. That's a map I actually thought Party Astronauts might go for that map. Maybe if you look at the stats on Overpass for Big, it's not that great, right? I think 5 wins and like 4 losses or something of that nature. But you got to remember, they played a much more higher caliber of opposition on that map as opposed to Party Astronauts. So I do like the left field pick coming in from Party Astronauts. Is it going to work in the server though? I don't know.
That would be one of my final questions to you guys post this veto. Do you think there's more of a chance for Party Astronauts, or are you holding your positions prior to the veto?
I'm still absolutely leaning towards the Big camp, but now seeing the veto, seeing some of these players individually, I am excited to see the Party Astronauts on the server, and I just hope, regardless of the result, we get to see some great Counter-Strike and have some good storylines to break down after the map.
Absolutely, and we should stress that storyline that Party Astronauts are in a similar boat that Looking for Org were on week 1, so get behind them. Even if they're the underdogs, maybe they can pull off a result. Everybody at home, this one is going to be a banger. It's Big versus Party Astronauts. Let's get this match underway.
That's how it goes, right?
That's pretty much bang on. Yeah, that's how I sing to songs in the car when I'm not really in a car.
Sometimes
how I sing sometimes.
I break. Something like that. It's like Corn.
That and Python's Hair, who I was showing you before, they probably go toe in toe.
I respect the scene look in 2022. We've got Faven going to try and cause a scene as they all emerge, and DJ puts him into an early bedtime.
But we liked DJ the other day when we got to just yesterday. The 1xbet odds actually not that few and far between. I was expecting the blowout of the standard 1.01 to $9 odds, but
It's like Xantares with glasses on.
Oh, yeah, I see what you've gone there. Okay, well.
The re-embodiment of their ex-player, Big, are going to have to deal with DJ.
They've really crept up long here. They're close while Tizian is not going to spot him on the jump. Tizian's about to be overrun here, I think, Alex.
He's going to go from, 1 long to 2, 3 long, 8. They're on site. They're on site.
They should be able to plant here quite safely, though.
Yeah, they put Pwn alone to at least control the toilets in that flank.
No kit. They do have the flash of Tizian, so Tizian trying to line this flash up now, and they'll waterfall off of this. This is going to be high in the sky.
Look at that. Kevin forces Peter off the line on long. Good flash. No real response other than a flash of their own. And lid. Peter's gone. Ben gone too. Falling apart. It looked great. It could still fall apart as he actually hits them. I think he bodyguarded through the flash alone. Stops that from being lethal.
Now, this is Tizian showing some real style. This is the diffuse without looking, right? You know, your mum, when you're riding the bike, look, mum, no hands. Well, he's doing it with no eyes. Tizian.
All guys don't look at explosions, Chad, remember?
Like, are you walking away from them?
Always walk away from the explosion.
That's right.
He's looking away as Big. I mean, you know what? It felt like Party Astronauts got everything they wanted there. They get the bomb down, and it does lead to a very threatening second round. Strap in, folks. Force by Wall starts early.
I wonder, right? Because it was Maui and Anders doing this game yesterday with Crimbo in the server, how many Christmas jokes they made. I don't know if in Denmark or if in that of America they use Crimbo the same way we do in Australia and the UK.
True. I mean, I just assumed it was low-hanging fruit, but maybe they didn't. Because you know how tempting it's going to be that when I see an opening frag to say Crimbo's come early.
I might even, if he gets a big clutch, I might even give a ho 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 like Santa Claus.
If you could sell it, I'd be impressed.
Oh dear.
That is the worst case scenario for Searson's long hole. He's looking the wrong way, trying to transition into a self boost.
Like, so they put Ponalone's name up on the thing before. His name was Josh. I thought you were telling me the other name. His name was Kevin McAllister.
No, I think that was just a graphics machine
error.
Flub. Yeah, no. So obviously Pwn alone is Kevin McAllister. I think they just put someone else's name and got a bit confused with one of the other players.
Okay.
I think it said his name was like Paul or something.
I won't check. I will. No,
but Kevin McAllister from.
Crimbo's got to flash forward here. Oh, I'm going to see. Did he even catch the toes? He's in trouble, old Crimbo.
You brave boy, recrossing. And he's lost Tabson, so it's a lot on the new boy here. Great utility and a mowdown. Completely isolates the pack. You got 30 seconds in a 2v3 now, and they've fully invested. You got M4, that's promising. Galil here on Ben. But 2 to force off, and Crimbo's already farmed himself up a double. The bomb has committed. They have to go B, PTR, and Ben. Good find. Better from Crimbo. He's going to win the round if he's not careful, and he has. Just like that, 5-0, quad kill from the new kid on the block.
Yeah, good stuff here. And those who aren't too familiar with his history, he started off with the Big Academy, then he went over to Alternate Attacks, then he was part of Koana with Crystal, and then he headed back to the Big Academy, now to be on the big main roster. So, been around the traps for the last couple of years.
I was so... brain farted. I was so impressed talking to Big Clan that all of these new kids tend to bring a wealth of knowledge with them, which I think may surprise some of our viewers, but it is the case of when you aren't in Tier 1, you're looking for any sort of edge or advantage over them. And so you do come with a wealth of new tricks that actually Tizian was telling me that, yeah, they're learning a lot from the new rookie. It's not the other way around.
And that's surprising, right? Because you think Big are one of the teams who are regularly on top of the tricks, right? They've always got the geeky utility lineups, or, you know, God B, while he's playing Valorant, has worked out 733 different smoke lineups that they can use. But yeah, Big are always the team who seems to be quite on point with those little facets of the game. And looking on point here as he should be going 3-0 with a clean sweep, all 5 staying alive. And Seriously, I'm sure he wants to get his hands on that AWP ASAP.
Wolf Geertz.
Got NK in the background there. He doesn't have to do a whole lot at the moment. Working on a stash is NK.
Yeah, well, he was talking about it with me at the barbershop when he was going to keep it or not.
Oh, yeah? Did you talk him into it?
Well, the conclusion I reached was, look, you get to wear a mask most of the time.
True.
So, like, you know, in terms of it being a public-facing developing mustache, which is usually the barrier to entry,
okay,
you can actually just let it grow, let it build, and then you can have the big reveal.
Well, he's got it on camera in front of 60,000 people right now.
Yeah, well, this is a test. Make sure you text him and tell him,
let him know
how much you love his mustache.
Oh, I love this from Sirison.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, that's disrespect.
He's still hanging out.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, he's getting...
Oh, my... He's dead. Okay, just a slight delay on that
might be dead too.
conversion. He does get run down. Oh, what a shot from Peter. And you have to add a caveat. I'll do it in a second because DJ's got two progressing straight into his crosshair. Well handled. Really well, nicely managed spray. And Crimbo, normally the B player, is going to be up the creek without the paddle.
Does he want to go for a round like this? Now, traditionally, we should see a save going on here, and it is a 4v1. He is, well, trying to sniff them out, and nobody is home towards Playground whatsoever. We might actually be able to listen in if we stay quiet.
Guns out was the call.
And a good call, right? You don't want to be running into these sites with your knives out.
Well, I was thinking as well, I think his communication was more concerned about, as we all know, sometimes you can overcook the pooch.
That's true.
You're sitting there with pins pulled and he's in a little corner, and now they're realizing that the bomb site is theirs for the taking.
All right, well, good to get them on the board early here for the Party Astronauts. Simple stuff. It was the bonus round. Was that the caveat you were painting?
The caveat for Peter, well, no, I just wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page that this dude has been out of the loop. You know, like he stepped away, retired from Counter-Strike. Sounds like a haunting hunt. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is with the Americans, we're going to be able to tell what they're yelling, right? You know, I think we know what Harosh is. You learnt what good is in Spanish now as well. But if we pay attention, maybe we can...
That would be fun.
Let's see how good the banter can be. I'm going to hit my mic button so I can listen.
Terrorists win. Damn, didn't know there were chickens on Overpass.
Yeah, they newly added the
Actually,
chickens.
it wouldn't be a chicken, would it? What would be roaming around the German Overpass? It would be AirPod users.
I'm not sure, actually. I'm
scratching my head. What's a fox? There's lots of foxes running around the German streets.
We've been in Germany. Like, how many foxes you seen?
2.
Okay, all right, fair. That's more foxes than I've seen. We'll go with that.
Seriously.
Well, he's a bit of a fox.
Yeah, he is a sly fox. He's gone very deep on this. He really just wants to... He's not going to give you the space and the respect until you force him to.
Well, that's forcing him to. Nice little tree molly there.
Bingo. Bango. Here's the technical term. Pone alone and Searson may meet. I don't really envy his or position that he could have put himself in. He hasn't necessarily taken the info on long, but is assuming it's not a threat. Jonji's a threat all the way from downtown with his spang.
Yeah, the bullet back through, so nothing will be confirmed there, but nothing too much to worry about either for either side here. Just working on the map controller, and timing might be a bit of an issue for the Party Astronauts. Looking like they want to wield their way towards A. It is DJ babysitting backyard Jonji and connected to make sure if they do change their mind and want to skirt down to the other side of things, they can.
Oh, that's a camera.
But yeah, you can see here with that flash forward, upper bathrooms to be cleared, 50 seconds remaining now. Left over with 2 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov for this execute.
Yeah, they're actually adjusting into a 2-man long setup. The bomb yet to commit. They can go through connector to B if they desire.
I think it will be B, right? Because the utility is on DJ and PTR, right? So they're setting up now. And
I'm just nervous for the time.
Yeah, it's starting to become an issue here.
25, they aren't spoiling it.
Crimbo's still here as well. He hasn't floated over yet and has a flash ready for Monster if called upon. And, well, maybe he won't even be called upon. He might release it now.
Yeah, and they are just about to get a face full of white. Screen, big frag. 10 seconds, they get the frags. All 3 of them.
That's it. Save.
Eastside 1. Plenty of time, he says, with 1 on the clock, but there you have it. Wow, everyone wins their jewels. Jonji, Ben, all provide.
And that flash was the difference. It was maybe a split second. If it was thrown a split second later, everybody would have been blind. I think only 1 player was flashed there going on through. So great timing. Well, avoiding disaster from the Party Astronauts there, and they stayed calm under pressure.
That's Counter-Strike, isn't it? It's such a... It is all about that extra millisecond. It's such fine margins that can separate round wins. You know, Counter-Strike timing, we talk about it. That's the kind of frame we put over it to explain it all.
It is pretty rough that they didn't get a single kill there on the way in, right? Not a single frag. So that's a great for Party Astronauts early here to start building a bit of a bank on this T side of their map choice.
Is there a world where Ben checks behind him?
Nah. This one's done. Oh.
We're in that world.
Oh, he did check.
Yeah.
But it was a check that hopefully nobody's home.
Lazy one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bit of an off angle there, been held from Tabson regardless here, but only 2 rifles retained, and that's going to make this next round quite curious for Big, but here it is. So you can see there that they were all ready and waiting, and it's like, well, we don't actually have to find the kills will come to us, because I think it was just an info play at that point, but once you saw the bodies, they were committed to the fight, and yeah, rough one to swallow for the Germans.
Let's see how this one goes. As you can see, Peter definitely having a lot of fun. The point I was trying to make, oh, actually they're going for a triple boost, but they're not using the rifler.
That's actually crazy that Citizen's been able to find that opener through Monster, and yeah, they have been able to get that triple boost you were talking about up. They can now float Citizen back towards A to group up with Crimbo, and then this is the thing, they might be a little bit more tentative before going through Monster because of the AWP. So this boost might net them some profit.
This is the perfect recipe for a loss against 2 save rifles.
Oh, hot toes, hot toes.
No.
All Crimbo has to do is play for info, right? Because Citizen, right? Oh, actually, Citizen's playing for info. I thought he was going to park himself at the flower pot, but he's going up a bathroom, so he might have a looky-loo and find something else here. Oh, he finds nothing, which is great information for this B play that's still currently stalwart in the stack.
Yeah, 3 there. Ben, you're never going to clear it.
And they're going to have to... Oh, they're going to run in now with that info, right? They should scale real quick. That's normally the protocol once you see that boost. You know that they're stuck in ABC.
Go. The gap closing. Jumping in, using that smoke to their advantage. Pwn alone, 1. Crimbo gone. PTR's got the bomb. Can't overcommit with that. He's going to lose it. 30 seconds, now the bomb is loose, and so is DJ Spray. Gets both of them, now a one-on-one established. They know it was the AWPer. He's got to think this through. He has to plant. The pressure is on him. Citizen scopes and eliminates the threat. What a victory for Big Clan. They brought 2 rifles in, and Citizen, he gets the bookend frags. He starts it and closes it with a 3-man boost on the second rifle. Big making a lot out of a little.
I think NK being a little bit cheeky there. You're showing, yeah, well, you can yell, we can yell too. You know, he's doing the squealing for the mob. Yeah, so having a bit of fun with that. But yeah, this is the thing, right? They scale correctly off of that little boost that came on through. Once the smoke goes mid-site, it gives them some room to work with, and it actually makes the fights easier. You can see that they don't have to worry about all the heads coming on over the top. They just have to worry about either the ramp side or the bridge side, and they're able to pick that one up quite neatly. So back into the guns we go. Faven's already taken a big chunk of damage here over towards B early. Citizen aggressive again with that AWP, and this is the type of team that Citizen as an AWP player should have a field day against, because maybe all the flashes won't be there, maybe they won't be jiggling out every corner. Well, it's Tizian actually to open the account in this one.
And that's the B-lurk, so finding him early enables Citizen to have a real field day here on the party clear. Bang!
Shot.
Wow, Jonchi wins it out. AKV AWP.
And low HP of Faven and Tizian now really comes into play for this round, because the AWP done and dusted for the next minute.
May as well go long when you know the AWP's out, right?
That's a good call. Crimbo, if he tucks in here, could be an element of surprise, but looks like he's playing for info. He's going to go down to this AWP opponent alone. Yeah, and every day of the week there, that shot was going to be hit. The jump, the jiggle, the info play.
Jonji and Tapson are having a weird one here. And Jonji's got the better of him as well. So Big, very short-lived celebrations, because the party comes crashing down around them unless Faven's feeling himself. They're committing. Bomb, Tizian, both the CTs are here. They better clear their short.
Tizian needs to bait for Faven. Do something.
Don't plant open when you've got bankside. Oh, Peter takes the fight, gets the info. Now a 1v2 for Tizian. Makes it 1v3, 2 immediately on the site, though. Bomb planted. They know where he is. He's hit a cracker. Tizian's a threat. Ace clutch on the card. He will be swung, and Jonji picks up where he left off. 3 in total for the Canadian sensation. We go for 3. And Big, very short-lived celebrations.
Yeah, great stuff from Jonji there. Impact kills that he was able to muster, right? The first one towards connector removes the AWP. The second removes the chances of a flank, and the third secures the round. So really good round from him. You can see these highlights again just here. Pwn, look how much time he has for this. Jumping as well. So Crimbo had to look a little bit silly just there, but it will be Big down to an economical, and a likely opportunity for PA to get themselves up to 4-4. Be a aggressive nade coming out here. That one is just going to do a bit of chip damage onto Ben, so nothing to write home about. And this is where, if you would really like to just walk rifles through Monster, once you establish you're up against only USPs, if you get through Monster and you're in the canal, it's great just to aim map in a position like that. You know, a couple of little heads to find. Go for a triple boost. DJ, very passive this time round.
Didn't like the short death when he left his hidey hole.
But this is good already from Party Astronauts. We had a bunch of you yesterday. You sent us some pictures on the Twitter sphere letting us know that you were up early to support your North American pals. Well, I think it's a little bit later now. So
we could start a Steam group like 31-year-old talent. You know how those guys bang you out with 16-year-old talent?
Yeah.
Here we get one for Pwn alone. You get Chad Burchill, Parla.
I think PTR's in that age bracket too.
PTR, Pwn alone, Forrest.
DJ's 28 as well. It's not like this is a young team, Party Astronauts and all.
Get a clan tag for them started. Start the movement now.
Well, I don't think this round will go wrong, but I'll tell you how it could. They're going to flash on contact here, right? You can see this being held in Sirius's hand. Now, they're going to see what they can get, and hopefully it lulls them into the A play. There's the flash. There's the push. That's one. That's two. Oh, my God!
Oh, it's absolutely catastrophic! They didn't spend a penny, Chad, and it's over! Oh, dear.
Oh, my God!
What did tabseN just...
Watch this!
Look! Look! They're all...
Third one, though.
Flashbang down!
Oh, my Lord!
Oh, that's unheard of. Let's go.
Wow.
That is brand new. I can't even... I can't comprehend.
Yeah. Well... That's flavorful. Take a minute, guys.
Yeah, I just think... give me a minute.
Read that one in.
Oh, I'm watching it again. That's filth. That's so filthy.
Poggers.
Poggers in the chat. How old's tabseN? Let's start Steam.
Oh, dear. tabseN 26.
26-year-old talent. 26-year-old talent doesn't need anything, man. A flash and a USP. Let's actually no. If this game continues to trend in this direction, right? Jonji's going to somehow know that they're flanking him short at 1 minute. No one in the history of short Tech 9s has ever checked their flank at this time. This is fruity.
Well.
Yeah, fruity as anything. It's over. And the round to follow unless syeTSN misses his shot. That's not his style, though. He likes to hit them. That's actually his preference. He's just having fun. He's just having fun. Can we kill the Orpo? Can we kill anyone? Yes, we can. 6 for big. Oh, I can't help but feel that that's an absolute tilter. Like if you were having fun, if you were having good vibes, you've gone for the surprise pick of Overpass. You're like, boys, maybe Overpass is the secret. You talked it out. You're having good vibrations. You're forcing them. You're winning fruity rounds. You should. And then you get E-code with a single flash and a single deagle. It was actually just the USP.
It was really just the USP.
Really just the USP and a flashbang. So approximately $200 investment.
I think I just said I don't think this could go wrong, but maybe we get started if it did. Yeah, okay. Well then. Yeah, a necessary timeout called here. I think just maybe to take the edge off. Yeah, let's reset now. We've already got 3 rounds. Let me Google it.
How to stop team from
tilting.
Just get some rest. Mute teammates or opponents that may cause you to tilt. Don't mute their pings because they might be important.
Ah, okay, that is a good point.
I've got a video here from Ron Rambo Kim.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He's going to teach me how to avoid tilt. Tips from pro gamers. So just give me 5 minutes.
That's yes, Ron Rambo. I thought we were talking about
Rambo.
Random Rambo?
No, he's our Rambo.
We're talking about, yes, okay.
I didn't realize
3D Rambo.
Yeah, but his content game's on fleek, bro. He's got nearly 200k subs.
Yeah, he's good at it.
I knew he was doing it a while ago, but he's flourishing and... That's 7.
That's called shooting fish in a barrel, right? They were on an eco there. They didn't have a whole lot to work with. They can get the guns out now. 3 Galils, 2 AKs. No AWP for anybody to wield right now on the Party Astronaut side. And the scoreline has quite quickly gotten up to a 7-3. So this one running away from them now. 14 kills early for tabseN. You heard Alan talking about the proficiency of tabseN. Obviously quite a good individual. It's more, I think he was saying that the other parts of the team still need to come together a little bit. But Faven and Crimbo are still relatively new, so let's see how they go. Noisy, this will be heard from tabseN. And spotted from syeTSN.
Yeah, is he really re-peeking? Yeah, finally they'll...
Bit deep.
He's still sticking around. Oh, he's going to get him. Dead to rights, the bomb carrier down. This is having too much fun now. And oh, a miss. That should be punished and is. So we've got a round now. Things will slow down. Control lost, a big jewel in the underpass. Tizian brings Peter very low, but it's Faven to finishing blow, both. Peter, can't believe he's still alive here. He could have naded himself if he wasn't careful. Faven didn't quite nail the smoke.
Just one lick of the flame. It is a little bit deep.
Maybe this leads to something.
But look at the Tizian push. I think it would be quite safe. If Faven was to stay in this position towards Sandbag, they can leave Crimbo. You can let them into A, and then Tizian can push and find info, right? So as long as Faven just plays for info.
Here he comes.
Jiggle, jiggle, and that's enough.
Tizian
Boom,
to
boom,
win
boom,
the
boom,
round.
boom. Hello.
Goodbye.
Fatality.
Mega kill. 35 and counting for Ben Leet. Let's see if he is feeling elite. No one pressuring your heaven, so you're paranoid about jail and water at the same time. He's opting to clear water. If he...
Oh.
If he could just...
Gentlemen. Gentlemen's.
Oh. Hmm? No.
And dead. 8-3.
Off kits! 8 for Big Clan as they win out of the half on the CT side, and it is going to be Peanuts and Pocket Lint for the next round, round 12, just to be careful, RNP2 Fiddies.
Have you ever had peanuts in your pockets?
I have.
But are they opened or unopened?
It's usually unopened, I'll be honest, in my peanut pockets experiences.
So they've never been loose
But
peanuts.
I have had a couple of loose peanuts in my pockets.
It does happen,
I
doesn't
think it's usually when I've kind of hurriedly cancelled my snacking mid-pack.
it? Or maybe you've been at the cinemas eating some peanuts and one has fallen into your pocket.
Certainly much less frequent at school, as peanuts were somewhat of a banned substance in any sort of bus journey or classroom.
A couple of you out there are allergic.
Yeah, like a legume just straight up kills you. It doesn't
sound fun, actually.
Doesn't sound fun at all.
Oh, well, be exact.
It's all good. And that's even better. Oh, wow, so blind. Good trade. Crimbo's here into contributing. Faven as well is there if he's needed. Doesn't look like Crimbo needs any help until now. Bone alone. Gone. No bomb plant and a full flash. You couldn't get really much more blind than that.
Ben, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Go, Ben.
Do the kids still watch Ben 10?
Yes.
They do. Ben 10's still going.
I think Ben 10 was like on the edge of us losing our childhood privileges, so I think it's still running.
I think it's still going, okay.
I just wish people were watching Hey Arthur, because that was a series.
Now that they just know the meme now from the hand.
Yeah. Hey, DW! That was in the intro. She felt was off the letter.
Did you have the Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
That was
actually it was my favorite apparently, but I was so young that I don't remember Magic School Bus, but I remember it. I was a big fan.
It was a good one. It was, yeah, you learnt a lot. It was an educational.
It went on adventures and stuff, and it was like an airplane and a.
The bus got shrunk.
Yes.
It was crazy technology.
Sick, man.
Yeah, it was a school that I think I would have enjoyed actually. But here we go. Timeout called. Second one right now from the Party Astronauts. And look, let's be honest with ourselves here for a second. If they can get 5 rounds on this T-half, they've got something to work with. So 3 more to play within half numero uno of this second best of 3. Day number 2 of Group C, season 15 of ESL Pro League. That is fun to do. I see why you do it now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're just rattling stuff off.
And if you get it all bang on, it just sounds like you've actually kept track of the day.
Nice.
You've almost summarized the entire day and everyone's in the same place all of a sudden. But anyway, enough of that caster cringe. Stopping talking. Boosting is how we get this round started. Nice to see the AWP in the feed. Crimbo sent to an early grave, and it's on Pone alone. Mr. McAllister gets an opener. Tabson wants an 18th frag. This is really like his territory. You're walking into his comfort zone, and look at this old angle. You're not going to clear him. Oh, he does get away with another. Should be traded, is traded. Pone alone, farms away.
Yeah, needed to go to the sidearm there, but hits the necessary bullet. Now, this is still quite difficult here. Look at Tizian's forward position.
Yeah.
Oh, just having a bit of a HP chat in the chat. Now they're sitting back and waiting for an aggressive maneuver, as you like to do in the mid-rounds here, but nothing's coming their way. Another monster smoke is going to be deployed. That will deny any passage through just yet.
It's been wide open this entire time, so it takes some real confidence in Tizian's perception. Like, John G could have at any point walked and found that out. Obviously, Tizian.
Where you going, Tizian?
Exploiting that. Is he going to... Yeah, he's just going to arrive back in sight with Faven.
Look at the nades, though. They still have a smoke on Tizian. If he can... Oh,
Shadows.
Oh.
He's fine, he's fine. Oh, Faven caught out. Doesn't go down. He's low, dancing down the on the pillar. traded. And Tizian's got two. Big one from DJ.
Hello.
Yeah, that should force Searson to just sit back and watch as the fourth comes through. We could have a 9-6 half here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could. They have got funds for days, and I'm sure Big Clan are not going to let it go easy, but good to see another inscribed into the tablet for the T side.
Yeah, and Pete is getting a little bit closer towards this position of Searson right now. If he doesn't consider the fact that Pete could jump up and over, might get caught from under that line of sight towards Sandbag, and he will. Pete, well played there, and they're going to grab themselves a fourth, right? This is the first round they've been able to get since they lost that catastrophic eco scenario, but they're back on the board. And as we mentioned, you don't only need to get 5, 6 would be great here on the T half. This is how it kicked off. Impact from Pone alone. He gets the Glock kill as well. This is him to the sidearm. Boshed him in the head right there. That was a big one. That was a big one from DJ.
I mean, we know Tizian can win rounds on his own. I'm sure, had he not been taken down immediately, that could very well have spiraled. We're back into the fray though. Round 14, a couple of frustrations on the Big Clan replay. And Crimbo, good for a freebie. DJ just caught on. Every time he's tried to go short fast, he's fell into the CT's fundamentals. A boost, a push, it depends on the timings and the spawn. So now they can just batten down the hatches, and I can almost see it happening now on this minimap, as you can see that the A defensive prongs are going to be a bit more subdued. tabseN responsible for late long, and that's where Ben will meet him.
Yeah, how much space can Ben get here realistically? Did tabseN see something? Maybe he did. Looks like a flash setup. Might try and activate Searson from upper bathroom. So here he comes with the big green, just sweeping on in. Ben is pinned, Ben is spotted, Ben is dead.
That's a nasty way to lose him, but it did pull Crimbo temporarily away. Peter, are you going to respect that smoke, or do you go? He goes. And he knows that there was at least one. Down they fall. Good shutdown from Big Clan. Only Jonji now to try as hard as he might. Lots of bodies on the site. AK in hand. He is spammed. And down he goes. 10 for the Big Clan boys.
Okay, well, there's enough for a purchase here. There's enough for a purchase. We've got one more round of play ahead of us. And Ben, he's got enough for an AK. I think there's an AWP being dropped across the Pone alone. So all good here for round number 15. And look, Galil's, yeah, slightly light on util, but this is workable. At least they're not down to some kind of hodgepodge pistol situation with Tech 9s and Mac 10s and going for a Hail Mary B rush. But what do they want to do here for the final round? Go back towards that default spread, allow Pone alone to work with this AWP. There's the molly, it's been extinguished and able to play ahead of that.
I wonder how many astronauts have partied. What constitutes a party?
I read something on Twitter the other day that, like, obviously, to be an astronaut, you're traditionally more like a military type person or an Air Force type person, so you're a bit more rigid in personality and not, like, of the artsy variety. And they're saying that these astronauts, it was a nice little excerpt, they go to space and, like, they don't really have the capacity to explain the things that they had seen, right, in the necessary, well, maybe not the necessary language, but in the colorful language that, like, an artist or, you know, somebody like that would use.
They can't kind of put words to the existential brilliance of everything.
Yeah. I'm sure that is going to change in modern times, especially with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk going.
I gave Maui and Anders a conundrum, like a question. We were sitting and talking. I said, would you take 3 months in space at the International Space Station? If it was now, pack your bags. You'd be one of the few that lives on the International Space Station.
I'm okay.
You don't want to go to zero gravity, see the blue marble?
No, I'm pretty good.
Or the blue pancake?
I like it down here.
And so do Big Clan as they put 2 down early.
Well, forced back towards B, aren't they? Really no choice about the matter. They're going to have to get through Faven and Tizian. Crimbo rotating back on over. I think tabseN will join the party here too. Crimbo's got a flash in his hand. He might want to get involved in this. 20 seconds will have to be the B finish. There's no way around it.
Yep, let's go. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy. Look at that counter molly from Crimbo. He's lined that up. It's a geeky one. Stops the default plan. Yep. Real no fun for anyone. And C. Ben takes 1 before he falls, and we will see an 11-4 half. Good haul for the CTs. Party astronauts, a couple of blips on the radar, but not all too much to celebrate. We will see if their surprise pick of Overpass could perhaps render a few more rounds on the defense.
Hey Future Pros! Today I thought I'd teach you all how to do the famous quad boost on overpass. To execute this boost, you must have 5 Future Pros and 1 AWP. Future Pro number 1, you have the easy job. All you have to do is run and stand in this spot. Future Pro number 2, you will have to jump onto the head of Future Pro 1 by jumping from the railing. Future Pro number 3, now that Future Pro 2 is nice and situated, you can now jump onto their head by also jumping from the railing. This is higher than 2 people, so you'll be sliding when you jump onto their heads. Make sure you are sliding into the wall and try not to slip off. Future Pro number 4, your job is to get Future Pro 5 on top of everybody else's head. You need to crouch down and let Future Pro 5, FP5, hop onto your head and get in their spot. Lucky Future Pro number 5, you actually get to shoot something. Hop on top of your teammate's head and you should easily be able to jump on top of everybody else's. You will also be sliding when up there, but you should be able to make it around the corner while sliding into the wall. Now you'll have a clear vision to a few spots on B, so take your time and place your shot. Happy boosting.
The scores on the doors read 11-4s as Party Astronauts on their map choice. T-side struggled to get things going. It looked good early and then, well, an eco and a flash happened and blink and you miss it. We're currently sitting quite down the hole as they'll now flick on over towards the CT side and see if they can stall out the Germans here, joined by Alex Machine Richardson.
G'day.
How do you think this one's going to unfold, mate?
Honestly, mate, I think this one's all said and done.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's get into it, Tapson. Gonna look for a little catch on Jonji, and he's been pants right there. Sorry, I'm getting a bit South Africa. And actually, it's over.
Crikey, mate.
Crikey, it's over. This is a screamer. He's just gonna get speckied. Speckied? No, wasn't the correct.
It's fine, it works.
Hit by a specky.
Yeah, 1xbet, I just said, oh!
That is a specky. Yeah, Peter's gone.
And so's the round, I think, unless Ben is gonna morph into...
Is it
like a dragon?
Monster?
Oh. Tabson has 24 kills.
Yeah, no, he's having fun. And
24.
Yeah, if just in case you're sitting in Germany in your Big Clan jersey and you're like, the casters aren't celebrating Big Clan's sickest plays. Are they biased? Just realise that that's probably more a reflection of you than it is.
Wait, where is this coming from, Alex?
Literally nowhere.
Oh, okay.
No, literally nowhere. I just know that when we're having fun and a team is stomping a team they should stomp, we tend to have a couple of people who just think it means that we don't like or care about Big Clan.
No, we definitely care. But we also care about having a good time because the Party Astronauts are in the server and we've already done that one.
Done it, it's been done.
Damn.
It's been done, that's for sure. Crimbo.
What outdated technology causes that?
Look at that little nade. Yo, Crimbo's got all the geeky Molotovs. DJ's got himself one. Jonji provides the double with the HE, and already a little bit of a banana skin on the course. Can Party Astronauts convert with the blue shell? Ideally, they're getting rifles and no one goes down. Can they find it?
Oh,
Yes,
nice
maybe.
from Ben.
Lives. Extinguished. Double smoke on there, but still, it's only Searson and Tabson, but it's Tabson. You can't write him out.
He's going to have to do it all here because Sirison has the scout.
this?
I know he's good on the scout.
Watch this.
Smoke's going to fade.
Ben's going to peek up, and he's just going to get the fright of a lifetime. Oh, hello. And goodbye, tabseN too aware.
DJ flank, though. Oh, stalled out. Sirison found him.
Okay, Sirson's low enough to be very vulnerable to that scout. Now, Pwn alone could finish it with one single swing, and AK is quite the upgrade. Sirson doesn't catch a glimpse just yet. He wants this one tap, and Pwn alone converts. Really, really necessary round. For the Party Astronauts to be relevant here on Overpass, that was almost a must-win.
Yeah, just locking down connector, right? That was the key to their success. Back in business, and they're still staying loud. Why not? Have some fun with it. This was it. DJ combining over here with Jonji's HE for the double kill. And Ben, yeah, look, in the flames, able to get something done. tabseN was so glued in on this position. But back into things, Sirison will get another scout out to play. Deagles for everybody else, and this one is going to be much harder, much harder to convert. So what can they really get done here? Faven and Crimbo towards B, Tizian towards connector, and, well, tabseN and Sirison working over towards A. So almost like their CT setup, just on the other side of the map. But this should extend play, right? I have a hard time seeing Big win this round.
Yeah, we had a hard time seeing them win.
I had a fun time when it happened, though.
Yeah, that one's. I think the half reset, you know, and if you come into the CT side, you can start building like the morale back up. Talking about a lockout, talking about they ain't getting a single round, boys, and you hype yourselves up. Don't know why I'm a whingy American there. But there is a small universe where this could even come tumbling down now with an overthinking and over-rotation.
Yeah, I really hope not, because like you're mentioning, this is the way back into the game. Yeah, it should be an eco in the next. If they are able to convert this, they have the third man of Jonji floating on over to try and assist things here. So
just don't want to see...
Look how close they are.
Yeah.
And they're undetected here.
Oh, careful now. He puts one into his teammate's head. tabseN is a threat.
He'll kill anyone.
Yeah, he will. Put his head in the crosshair and you are dead. Pwn alone onto Tizian, finishes what tabseN started.
Bit of chip damage going on here.
Yeah, but the storm has been weathered. Threat neutralized, and that's the end. The final flourish.
I don't think this round is on at all here. Even though Sirison has a kill, you can look where Faven is. I think he's just going to try and do damage. I don't think he has enough time for this type of audacious maneuver. 12 seconds left on the clock. Sirison looks like he's going to save the scout. Faven, look, it would be good to find a kill, wouldn't it? But no one's going to offer themselves up. Time will expire, and we'll call it 6. So that is actually going to come back to bite big in future rounds, especially for Sirison, right? Because he was saving extra cash, so the first gun round he would have an AWP, but now no loss bonus. So, yeah, it should just be this Deagle. It should just be this Scout. The rest of them have to take a save scenario here. By getting themselves into the game now, see how far they can push this one. You're really not expecting a lot. They have set up the totem boost here, the 4-man Peekaroonie to enable Sirison as much as they can. And if you have somebody as talented as Sirison on the scoped rifles, you do want to have these type of moves to make sure that he can look for picks, right? Some teams will use them just to lock down lines, but you want to set them up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think Sirison is one of those players you will always do your damnedest.
Couple of toes there, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and it's tabseN that gets a lot of the flack.
Good jump peaks, more spam damage.
Yeah, he's already done significant work. And we should have a perfect round here. Oh, could have a perfect round. Pwn alone lets them through. Stands and delivers. Just Crimbo now on his Desert Eagle.
Okay, back in the game now. 12-7. Only 5 rounds the difference here. That buy is going to come on through, but you can see Faven only has 2.4k and Sirison only has 3.7. And the reason that Sirison has so much is because, well, he saved a little bit earlier on the force buy. But by I feel like them holding on to the Deagle and the Scout, especially knowing how it was going to impact this first gun round, which is now no longer going to be a gun round. I can inform you, I've seen the buys come in. It's Tech 9s and Light Kev. So they basically have given themselves 3 bad rounds in a row.
Would you argue that it was almost in their interest to full commit Faven and Sirison?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's actually just kind of screwed them for longer. Oh, this is scary for Pwn alone. Get the hell out of there. Pulls the parachute, pulls the ripcord, gets away for another frag. And this half bite has melted upon arrival. Oh, just a little scary one for Peter. He'll get himself a double. Just a hard-earned.
Get the AWP, 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 get the AWP. I think they got the AWP. They got the AWP. They did just get the AWP.
Whew.
Yeah, if you're playing alone and you're in that moment, you're probably yelling exactly what I was.
AWP, bridge. But, you know, like coming back to what you were just talking about in terms of the miscalculations from Big, it is going to have the ramification of a 12-8. So now, this will be felt for the whole game, because the gap is now, as it stands, 12-8 into the first gunny. We get to see how far this gets them, but one shutout, one hero AWP opener. You can see Peter just got it with some parkour at the end there.
Oh, Sirison has been able to get it out. A little bit belated here, but regardless, it's out. If Junji does get aggressive here and Sirison doesn't move, I think we know who wins this fight. But Ponalone actually cleared out close and timing. Cruel Mistress right there catches a glimpse of Tabson.
What are they going to do with this three-man?
Good info jiggle there from Junji. Actually, very good info jiggle, right? That was inches from death. So they now know that player was close. That smoke holds them at bay for even longer. And yeah, you were talking about the 3 players over towards B.
Like they're trying to make it look so any info plays reward them with nothing, right? You're hidden.
Are they trying to show the bomb on Tabson, right? That could be one of the questions, because he is quite far forward, right? There's no early warning signal towards long whatsoever. So Tabson, he can go all the way up. He doesn't know this, but he could go all the way up. I really feel like he is trying to show the bomb and then hope that they can slink back down connected towards B. But if Tabson doesn't see anybody, no one's going to know that the C4 is this committed towards A right now.
They've got info short. They don't have info monster.
This is so risky.
The 3-man walking monster now without the bomb. Oh, and they're already starting to rotate back to A. They're nervous. They're all looking the wrong way. Oh, Ponalone just about gets to contribute one and done. But the bomb's not there. It's coming now. It's all very fruity, keeping them guessing. The astronauts, question marks above their head, and bullets into the belly of Faven. Nearly 2. PTR standing his ground for a bit more damage. It's going to be good.
Bomb's loose.
DJ.
10 seconds.
Oh, no. Wait, 9, 8. Can Crimbo get there? Jonji stops him. Sirison can't win the round. Jonji, just by virtue of the clock, has taken another, and that gap closes further.
Wow. I think they yelled, "What are you doing?" I think that's probably a fair thing to yell in that moment right there.
Excuse me? But like, seriously, I think the astronauts is embodying everything that we'd be thinking. It was hard to explain from the start.
Yeah, just so everybody's aware, Tabson at any moment there could have gone down and lost the bomb on his own, right? Like, he was putting a lot of responsibility into his own hands. Fair enough, he's the in-game leader. He could do it. That's not my point.
No.
My point is that the whole round could have fallen apart with the bomb getting loose towards A. And well, the bomb getting loose towards B ended up being the issue, dropping in towards the water position. And now that issue we were talking about, yeah, it is another buy here. Bigger in. Crimbo leading the charge. Very quick on this.
Yeah, this is a lot of space. Very, very early. Oh, line up for them. Faven and Crimbo just combined with a unique spray, and that might be enough to post around.
It should be a save here. Yeah, wow. Party astronauts don't really have many bodies to throw at this.
Now, I always wonder, Chad, how does the psychology work? When you pull off a quick round and it finally breaks like a T-round silence, like, as a CT, are you going to be immediately kind of having 3 players dumping their util to avert it, or are you assuming it's just not coming again?
So this is the thing where there's a bit of like calling of the bluff, because there they didn't do a standard 3-man B start, right? A lot of the time you will see the standard 3-man B start, right? Somebody throws the smoke from spawn and then he comes on over and throws any assistant utility, maybe a flash towards monster from heaven, maybe he helps the short player boost on over to get that early info with a molly and whatnot. But this is where you go, okay, we think it's going to be something more like this, so we're going to try to 2 connector or 2 up aggressive A, or, you know, something like that. So now you've gone, okay, well, we've got 2 choices. We can either do what you're talking about, hedge your bets over towards B, and you can do an easy 4-man B lead at the start to stall it out, right? You can do 4 players B with 1 passive A, or you call the bluff again and you go, actually, you know what? Let's do a similar setup, or let's do something a little bit more outside of the box. This is where it's like the in-game leader mind games, right? You're like, okay, well, do we immediately adjust because they might run that again, or do we think they're going to run something different? That's where the big question marks come into play here.
Oh, that's just the quickest way to win a round on B, isn't it? You get through, no contest short, nothing monster, and bang, 2 kills in unison to end the round. That's the 13th for Big, 3 separating them from closing this one out. You can see that it isn't going to be exactly the same vibe. Ponalone, though, is going for an aggressive one underpass, an AWP after my own heart.
Oh, triple nades here onto Junji. He's going to go down. Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
See you later, boys.
Oh, the double nade kill. That is perfect from Big.
Never usually works that well, does it?
Ever see the double. It's usually one shell-shocked and the other just feeling like he set his teammate up for success. But, you know how we said the double entry was enough to win the round? I think the double nade kill combined and paired with a Searson frag. Actually, who was it that got the actual frag?
I think they split them. I think there was 2 different kills there.
In the rifle, I mean.
Oh. Well, that one, I don't know. I don't think it matters. Russian. Who's the character who does that? Is the janitor from Futurama?
Yes, Scruffy. I always had a theory that he was actually like he was going to be revealed at some point to be like the kind of master of the universe or something.
Okay.
You know, the unassuming janitor.
Yeah, I could see that. It'd be
very Futurama-esque.
It would be. Is it still airing? Is it still doing apps?
Oh, I can't imagine there's more of this new Futurama episode.
Me either, really. Simpsons is still going,
It's
though.
still going, isn't it? But I think they're just doing it now, like...
We're never going to end.
Yeah.
Why would you?
They are the longest running animated.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But they'd probably be one of the... actually, I was going to say the longest running series, but you have things like Bold and the Beautiful and soap operas that have been around forever as well. So I don't know. That's that. You know what that would be good for? The Big Book of Random Facts. That should be in the Big Book.
It should be. Number 1, really.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, number 1 is The Simpsons.
Okay.
For TV shows.
Alex, did you know that the first flushing toilet was invented in 1596? The inventor, John Harrington, inspired its casual label, the John.
Oh, interesting.
So that's you can thank John Harrington, everybody, for the fact that you don't have to... yeah, we'll leave it there.
Yeah. Wow, Gunsmoke was number 3. You remember Gunsmoke?
It looks like a black and white cowboy flick.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was a radio program in the 1870s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a good reason I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
I know I'm old. Here's the double nade again. Catch this one back.
They've calculated this one so perfectly.
Oh, look at the unison.
Boom!
Wow. Crimbo and Searson. And Faven gets the double assist.
That is like a perfect welcome to Europe for the party astronauts. Just a face full of punishment and shrapnel.
Well, let's see how far they can make this.
Oh, they're in the right place for this.
I like right places.
They don't have the weapons and they lost the rifle and a double from Faven. Okay.
There's another one. Tapson's found one more. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Dust 2. A big staple. Oh! Using the movement there. Jonji on the jump. Geronimo as he makes his way on down to his death, but it is just DJ. 1 man against 4 with a P250. Oh, that smoke is actually going to, I think, or maybe it won't. DJ seems quite aware. He's not skimping right now on his little speculative jiggles. And if he goes slightly wider, he should see Tabson here, who is glued looking elsewhere. Oh. Oh. You could have left the door open for me at least, mate.
Raised in a barn.
Okay, well, just one more round required now, and plenty of money for the buy of PA going into round number 25. Had their moments. You think if they didn't lose that gimme in the first half to Tabson's 3K on the USP, that maybe, just maybe, their T-Haul could have looked a little bit nicer. Double digits could have been achieved. It's a nice double from Faven, right? This is what Big have been missing, right? Individuals to bring them the fragging power. If Faven can bring them a bit more, that'd be nice, yes?
You remember Jon Snow from Game of Thrones?
I do.
You remember how he's called Kit Harington?
Yes.
But would you believe he's a distant relative of our boy Jon?
No way in the world.
Jon Snow? Oh, shoot. Jon Snow is related to the reason we call toilets John.
Okay, it's all come full circle here, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, that is a revelation that I will hold on to dearly.
Well, thank you very much, The Big Book of Random Facts, Volume 2 by Bill O'Neill. You've unlocked something in Alex's brain here that he'll never forget.
Shout out to Kit Harington one time for having a famous great-great-great-grandfather. Great.
Yeah, big respect, because I'm sure we would have gotten to flushing toilets anyway.
What my granddad's invented is a slightly different electric fence. Yeah,
slightly different.
Slightly different. Keeps the sheeps out.
Bah.
And that's what they're saying. It is bad news for them. And good news for second map fans.
I think Faven, maybe has just avoided being spotted from Ben's little jumps here. They're in.
And they're out. First one falls, Crimbo down, forced to watch. Ben burns, brutal. Faven down, nice from Peter. Can he find another? The flash is suppressed. The smoke should allow a plant to be facilitated. So blind. Jonji in his hidey hole from heaven. Tamsin strikes onto 3.
There's 30.
And that's the dirty 30. In only 25 rounds of play, tabseN is not letting this slip, and it's syrsoN no less. Can Pwn alone pull off the 1v2? And that's lovely. 16-9. tabseN will make it 31-13. Certainly not unlucky for him. And it's a big W for the Big Clan boys. They have to weather the storm of Party Astronauts, and it did get a bit scary at times.
Yeah, looked good, looked good. You can see Heku there lurking in the background. Going to see if she can grab an interview with one of the victorious big members after map number 1. We'll throw it down to her on the sidelines and see what they have to say.
Was it Hinkel?
I mean, we're gonna have like a little interview. I know like before the series you said like, hey, like no pictures, but you didn't say no to a video. So like, right now like you did a pretty good job when it comes to overpass, but the next map is going to be Dust 2, and it seems like your team had some problems yesterday. Did you already figure out like what are you gonna do against Party Astronauts?
Yeah, we just rewatched the game and we saw like a lot of mistakes. We tried to fix them yesterday evening, so we should have a better phase today for sure, yeah.
On both like on CD side and T side.
I would say mostly on T side we did a lot of mistakes, yeah. We fixed them and we beat them.
Yeah, but it was like tabseN who mostly like just took care of like all of the problems, right?
No, it was like the whole team. We just rewatched it together and we saw like everyone is pointing out mistakes, so it's not only him or the coach. Like we are like working as a unit, so we saw all the mistakes and we just try to fix them, and let's see.
Awesome. Like, well, right now it is 5:30 and the barbecue just starts. So like, you need to make sure that you're gonna close Dust 2 pretty quick so you can get to it. So I'll not delay you any longer. Thank you very much for the interview.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I see one up at this house. I'm just gonna go on the right side. Yep, on the right side, trying to go in. Other one's inside the house. Oh my lord, wow. Oh. Two of them. I'm coming, Bablo.
Inside, in the corner, right doorway.
Right side. No, I'm reloading. He's dead. And there's a fella towards gas station. He's gone inside Terry. The one in gas station is probably gone inside as well.
There's two at Gassy. They're not on the same team either.
I'm gonna dome. Hopefully there's people there. Well, hopefully I saw.
There was a guy close. He spotted you. At this house.
Trying to blow up that barrel. He was behind the rock. Yeah, next to the barrel. Just looking at me.
A little bit of a surf going there. Under the patio, just here. We're on close to that ping.
Yeah, he just scouted at me. I'm coming. Nice.
Yeah, I'm on a go.
Good luck. Nice.
I don't know where this guy went. Okay.
Can't see him in the tower. Oh, I saw him. He hit me once. I'm going. I might die off this. Nice.
Congratulations on yours. That was a cool dive.
certainly was no party for the astronauts, but fittingly, they were knocked into space, into orbit by Big on Overpass 16-9. Blair, Alan, the question that I have on my lips, however, is who should be more happy with that scoreline, Big or Party Astronauts? It's a pretty strong scoreline, but Party Astronauts being the underdogs, maybe they're happy with that. Blair, starting with you.
I don't think they're going to be very, very happy with that, in all honesty, there, Paula. I like the way you framed it, though, right? Like, again, it's a learning experience for the lads from NA, but what is showing coming out from Big? This is a map pick, again, coming from Party Astronauts. They maybe saw the map record, the win record that Big have had in the recent pass and overpass, and they're like, maybe we might take this one, but tabseN showed up. But apart from that, just the way Big were approaching both the sides, the CD side, the transitional defense was fantastic, Alan, and on the T side, they just took out that big bag of tricks and completely destroyed Party Astronauts.
Yeah, to answer your question, Parla, I do think Party Astronauts will be quite disappointed with that performance, because when you go into a best of 3, the one thing you know is your map pick. That's the one thing you can really prepare for. They knew almost certainly they're going to start off on the T side, and I'm sure coming into this one, they had 3, 4, maybe 5 set rounds, set calls they thought were really going to work here, and clearly, as we saw, they didn't translate onto the server. They couldn't break that defense. Tabs and Crimbo were too much to deal with. So I think they'll be a little bit disappointed, maybe when as we expected here on the desk, but for them as competitors, they would have wanted to get more out of their map pick.
Guys, let's focus in on a couple of rounds, starting with round 8. tabseN going absolutely huge with the USP getting a 3K setup by a flash.
tabseN, as we also like to call him, just a one flashback, right? And with the USB, I mean, this is so. Look at this, and a third one.
So disgusting.
They have armor. It's not like they're getting gushed in the faces. They had head armor, they had Kevlar, and that round just completely fell apart. If you're Party Astronauts, you can't afford to lose a round like that, Alan.
Yeah, it's just such a simple mistake not to have one player anti-flash, and it cost them enormously. And then here later in the game,
yeah, this is round 23, Alan. What was happening here?
Yeah, just a triple nade here onto the boost. You see a lot of the pro level, but seeing this one, my initial reaction was, what a typical way for Big to win a round of just a set strategic call.
And I love they do this play after the previous round where they went for the fast hit towards B, where they would just swarm the B bomb side, I think like 10 to 15 seconds into the round, and now they're like, all right, they might go for the boost, they're going to smoke off Monster, going to go for the boost, and boom, triple nade stack gets completely nuked.
Okay, guys, given that we've seen now Party Astronauts fall on their map pick, Overpass 16-9, is there no hope going into Dust 2?
No. I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't see Big faltering twice back-to-back on their map pick of Dust 2. It's a map that they were very, very solid on. We saw the interview as well, one of the players, where he said yesterday, yeah, we made a lot of mistakes. The T side especially completely fell apart after the first 5 rounds they won, and Liquid had a perfect read on them. But that being said, I don't feel like they were playing a bad game, so to speak. Right? It was just Liquid being very, very, re-aggressing towards mid. We had OC with the AWP floating around a lot, and I don't think Party Astronauts have the firepower to do the same as Liquid did yesterday.
No, they don't. And even though maybe as analysts, sometimes we paint Dust 2 as being this kind of puggy map, I think the problem is, on an individual level, as we saw in this game with Crimbo and tabseN looking brilliant, Big were, for me, quite far ahead. And then we get into the strategic side. Big have always loved Dust 2. They've got so much depth to go into, so many set rounds. So I think all across the bases, we've got to be looking at Big, and certainly reflecting on Overpass. They just completely outclassed Party Astronauts for me.
Aim high head-to-head on screen, as Alan mentioned, tabseN with a Stormer, and then Crimbo on the right-hand side of the screen. Can we focus in on Crimbo for a moment? You know, a lot of pressure on this young man's shoulders coming off the academy, and it seems somewhat, at least today, he's rising to the occasion.
Look, if you look at his debut with this Big lineup, it was online. It was just a couple of weeks prior, when they played the RMR online qualifiers. Man, he was just popping off, right? The team were looking fantastic. Everyone dropping bombs, and he was looking very good. And yesterday, it was a one map where he didn't quite show up. But then again, no one really did for the side of Big. So I'm not going to be putting too much pressure on him. No one should be based on that one performance. Heading to Overpass, he was fantastic. You had tabseN popping off, and you had Crimbo, his right-hand man, the youngster, joining in Big, showing that he's got what it takes.
Alan, are you impressed from what you've seen from Crimbo and how he's helping organize the squad?
Yeah, I feel like for Crimbo, the most positive signs are actually what we're seeing outside of server, what we're hearing from other players in interviews. And based off what I've seen so far, I am pretty certain he will pan out as a better player than Keto. I think he brings more to this team, and I do think his individual level is proving to be pretty consistent so far. So good stuff from him, and the only way it's up for a player of his experience is he builds it up on this kind of main roster now.
Yeah, as an interviewer myself, I was really impressed with how Crimbo spoke with Heku, because a lot of these new players, when they come in and they do their first interviews, it can be quite a struggle, but he was confident, you know, and he was able to speak well, and especially coming off the performance yesterday. Anyway, guys, final thoughts. Dust 2, a big take in this.
Berlin International Gaming all the way, 2-0.
Berlin International Gaming, Alan?
Certainly, but give us something to, you know, shout about afterwards, Party Astronauts.
All right, it looks like this might end up a big 2-0, but we can cross our fingers, look to the stars, and hope that our astronauts can have a party on Dust 2.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Choose nades, choose a smoke, choose a flashbang. Choose team badges to support your favourite CSGO team. Choose an ESEA Premium membership. Choose routes you know bring in wins. Choose pro video tips. Choose the fan club wars. Choose behind the scenes content. Choose good grades. Choose guns you know you can shoot right. Choose bingo. Choose the equipment you know is going to get your team the win thanks to heat maps. Choose the CSGO Hub Premium, the complete package to help you and your squad achieve all your CSGO goals.
Making a pretty strong case. Yam throws it to the wind with 2, and it's going to be Sponge who puts a bow on it. 13 then for Renegades.
What the hell? Follow the brown bear?
Who is it?
I know you fear this prison. A prison you cannot smell, or taste, or touch. A prison for your mind, for your soul. I want you to break free. And I know you want to. You want to feel the taste of victory on your lips once more. And so, the choice is yours. You take the blue pill, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you're coaching that spawn-based Counter-Strike you've always been dreaming of. Or you take the red pill, and I show you how deep the casting rabbit hole goes. The team you're coaching? Cloud9.
My favorite map is Overpass and Nuke because it requires a lot of team play and it requires a lot of like map rotation manipulation with like just any nades you use or pressure around the map. And it's just, those are my 2 favorite maps to play. I study the maps a lot, and those maps, I can just keep going all day in a server and just making strats or defaults or anything, and it's just fun to me. Really fun.
Roll up, get your Counter-Strike here as we got some big boys walking on in with some synergy. Damn, we got Party Astronauts in the building. We are live from Dusseldorf, Germany. PTR taking a break from his poker schedule, retired but summoned last minute to sub, and you know, you gotta love him. You gotta bless him with your love hearts and your attention. Give him a social media smiley or something to make him feel like everything is right in the world. I don't think it's gonna be right in the server for these boys, as the desk has set the scene. We're heading to Dust 2. It's Big Clan's playground. Tabson has been having a whale of a time.
That was a dodgeball reference there,
it was the Globo Gym Cobras.
Yeah, exactly.
It was either that or like some new age gritty, and I didn't know which one to call it, but it is the Globo Gym Cobras.
Well, I think big here would be the Cobras, and the Party Astronauts would be the average Joes, but maybe, just maybe, they can pull something out of their ass here. Save the gym, guys. You can do it.
God.
Big, well, they're the favourites now. They were the favourites before, but the odds are blown on out.
Wrong throw for the CT smoke, all the way from miles away.
I think they're ready for this. This nade is going to be scuffling right on the toes, perfectly placed, and, well, wasn't even needed. Favoured dead, up short. They need to get on DJ's position, and now. Yeah,
DJ just needs to live, and already goosh down 4 HP. Respect to DJ. He actually puts one into Searson. Now, they've got a pop flash for the short.
Tabson has to plant safe here.
Yeah, not a short plant, and already up on Gandalf's side. There is a flash in the air. Oh, Tabson's fine. Tabson's fine. Handles business again on the USP. 2 taps, 2 kills. Problems now for Ben. Jonji's gone, and they can just isolate him. Tabson another 3K with the USP, this time up against pistols.
Yeah, beautiful. He did fantastic work on the overpass T-side pistol as well, and continuing the work here. Tabson is just an absolute beast. Somebody made a little tweet at me as well and said it's pretty funny that PTR and Tabson also played together back on NRG. That was when we had the Pro League season with the finals were in Brazil. You remember that one?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. That's when it was like Gobby, Legia, PTR, Tabson, and Fugly.
Gosh, Tabson's had some rosters, hasn't he?
Hasn't he?
Hasn't he had some rosters? There you go. PTR onto Searson. He's feeling himself. Feeling my.
Wow. Jonji gone, however. Now, 2 scouts out. Going long can be very sketchy against these scouts. They actually can be wielded like a little viper.
Yeah, and he has struck. Crimbo cut down to 30. Pone alone, going to be smoked off. Nade onto the nose of Faven as they cross through. He'll drop his little smoke to peek and divide around. PTR's second scout just to ward them off. Ben's not got any flashes to push through this, so he's just kind of staring at the potential.
This is it, right? If they wait out the smoke, Pone alone is going to have to either try and get to short or just stay Gandalf. It's a front side smoke for the CTs, though. It kind of helps Pone alone a little bit here. He can take a different angle.
Go on, go for the car bang. He's not far off the mark. He knows it's happening. They are hidden. Staring at the floorboards. More damage done. So Crimbo and Tizian are on notice. PTR finishes it off. Pone alone strikes as well. Problems. That bomb plant becoming a bit more difficult now. It's loose. 40 seconds. Faven has to hunt. Pone alone is going to surely be isolated here. 1v3 for Faven.
He can win this. He does need to scoop up the bomb. It's the biggest issue right now. But he has this smoke to do so, right? So if he drops this and flat... Oh, that's way too deep for where the bomb's at.
Yeah, how is he going to get this and get away? He's threatening, but PTR, what a round from him. 4 kills on the scout. He started with a banger into Searson. And look at him, absolutely feeling himself. Jonji cracking up. That's a second round win. They put big on their bottom.
Yeah, having a smile about things so they can win some force buys back of their own here. Let's see how Big want to respond. Looks like they are going to force on in.
They just have to do that every round, Chad, and we get to see Nuke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Ben said that he likes Overpass and Nuke, so it'd be good if we got to see both of his favorite maps here.
Would be.
So, Searson, he's not a man to back down from a scout fight. We're not throwing wrenches, we're throwing bullets, and see how many they can dodge as long smoked off. They can start corralling their way down through the mid corridor where Jonji is jump peeking, Trying to see what he can find. DJ as well needs to be a little bit safe on the source.
Yeah, that's about the right time to drop the flame in a can. They will group up.
This is good though, because Jonji, oh, that smoke's even better, right? It's going to buy a bit of extra time. I was going to say he could take early contact, drop CT, and then Ponalone can activate with the scout from mid-long. But now with that smoke, it actually tends to make you believe there might be a bit more aggression, sure, and that's not the case. If they go back long, Ben and Ponalone should be able to deal with this. It's just the flashes they have to avoid. Oh, Ben's left pit. It's just on Ponalone. This could become problematic now. And that smoke they can creep through.
Yeah, and that's what he's pre-aiming. He could get really caught out by this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, single flash and good damage. He'll at least confirm presence and be able to fall off. He's summoned Ben for support.
Have to fight.
They do. Here they come. Flash, they're nice and ahead of it. Ben can contribute and does. Finish off with a stylish one bang to the Searson body. Doesn't matter. Ponalone's good for it. And so a pair of frags for Ben and John G. Not John. John G.
John G.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing, I would imagine, a third
Avi G.
quick conversion. Well handled in the end. And I'm not going to be ringing any alarm bells until we see the party astronauts with a full gun.
Oh, look at this. They're going to try and just scale down middle here, right? The scout takes an initial look and then he just starts barreling down it.
Oh, that's info.
A lot of info. Here they come.
Lads, I think I saw the whole team. Nice catch onto the tip of the head. In fact, Ponalone is having a scout party. Look at that. Lovely. It's the perfect weapon for the full Glock Eco. You get to feel like it's the best weapon in the game for one round.
And there it is.
There it is.
So if you do want to call John G John again, his actual name is Jonathan, so that's okay. I just went and double-checked because you've got me all confused about the names. I truly believed you that Ponalone's name was Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, well, I think I am just triggering about 5% of the crowd who know his actual name. It's Josh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh is... Ponalone isn't actually called Kevin McAllister. I suppose the irony and sarcasm was lost in the sense that...
Well, I could have seen it, like with the whole name that he'd picked and everything. I was like, okay, Alex, I'm onto it. I believe you.
Yo, John is hanging out, and DJ has already made it a bit painful for this B present. They're 3 in tons now. Oh, okay. They strike in unison. Tizian loses his duel, so still a man advantage. And there's no map control. I mean, they don't have it. Big Clan have given it to them, but Ben completely unawares as to how much of the map is available to them.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? So the issue is if they do the hinge smoke, then they're going to have a good idea that Short's given up, which is probably going to thrust DJ MP to have to take tunnels control. So there's one spotted. Ponalone is probably wanting to get across to A as quick as he can here. So can he manufacture a way across? He can't. His death could lure them into the stack here, Alex, you know?
Actually, yeah. In fact, it looks like it is.
Yeah, that has, because DJ just showed himself close mid, so they're going to think that B is relatively unoccupied. That's not the case.
Yeah, Thompson holding the doors and loses his jewel. DJ big. B side open. Faven a heavy price to pay, though, with 20 HP. DJ's got a nade. DJ's got a nade. Could have the perfect spot.
Oh!
Not quite on the money. Bomb to be planted. Crimbo, nice positioning. Gets it down, gets away. Ben.
Oh, that nade could be perfect here.
Oh, it's Crimbo down to 50 and a second on his nose. They're so low. 40 HP between the two T's and mantling up. They spot the leg. They know he's there. The pre-fire wasn't far off.
Yeah.
That's a mess. That's even better for Crimbo. Takes both of their headshots. Not a single point of damage inflicted. And the party astronauts let them bit of a screamer go.
Yeah, they did great there early, right? It was 3 on 5. Right, they were able to put themselves up a massive leg up in all of that here, and then it was 3 on 4, I think, after that exchange, and Ponalone goes down in middle. So some problems really did start to come about, but all in all, big. They get the gunny on the board. Now, neither team looking too flush for cash here as we do get back into the buys. Tizian selling something towards long, 3 towards tunnels again. Searson using the scout in lieu of the AWP, but Ponalone's got his big green. Let's see if that can be a difference maker. Oh, the nades again.
They know he likes to play close. He just punished them in the previous round, and this time he's double naded right to his death, and this could be the end of the round. If PTR can't get 2.
Yeah, 2 is mandatory.
Well, that's the double. Maybe we got a game here. They will have time to rotate through. Bobomb spotted Ponalone. I think he knows.
Creeping through, that's risky.
That's huge from John G, risking it for a biscuit. Good util, really nice util that denies the lurk smoke, and he might stop the bomb retrieval.
Tizian, you are so brave. He's going to try and get away when the molly subsides. And he has enough time to do so here. So,
wow.
Yeah, daylight robbery right there. If they're quickly able to get up towards Cat, Sirisen's holding the cross. So all Tizian has to do is run into the site and plant and let big brother Sirisen just cover these rotators back across.
One slips. Sirisen announces. And the bomb to be planted. Ben and Pone alone.
That's going to send them towards long here. And Tizian and Sirisen are both playing ramp. They're going to call CT, well, clear with that smoke, but this is on to timing. Sirisen's going to get caught off guard.
Scout.
Oh!
Damn, he's ready for it. That's a big scalp to take, and there's more to come. 1v1 if he can find it. Does get it across the line. Kit present. Ben, 9 bullets. Dropped elevator. He's not going to be expecting that. That's smart.
Smoke for the bomb, though.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It's up to Tizian now. Oh, it's a bit sus. Will he consider ramp or Gandalf? Ramp? No, he's thinking about Gandalf.
I don't know if there's time now.
Yeah, Tizian's got this one on lock. Nice play from the German squad. Makes it 3-3.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, neither team was flush for cash. Only one man survived in that round. So the buys are not going to be perfect, right? They're going to have to drop a couple of guns across. And I'm curious to see if we see Party Astronauts go for another force here. They had success early on a force buy. Maybe they could just opt to go for something a little bit light. 2,400 in the next round. But they've already overspent here. PTR's only left with 1,300. Junji's only left with 1,500. So, that noise. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble there. Well, this is the bread and butter of Big, right? Just these long maneuvers here. You're going to see how good their utility can be. That molly lobbing onto the side, the flashes as well to help them get across.
And it's only really to be stopped and foiled should Big's monitors turn off. Seems like Tamsin's is still very much on.
That's normally how you want them when competitive gaming.
Yeah, no, I was trying to do some analysis. It seems like actually, did you know that nearly 100% of all frags at Pro League so far have been with monitors switched on?
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I was crunching it all last night.
Got any other fun stats for everybody at home?
Yeah, 99.9% recurring, of course, of the frags were also with a mouse and keyboard.
So no controller players.
Controller users.
That's crazy.
I know. I mean, like, the stats keep coming. I mean, even more interesting to me was that most frags involved a mouse and a mouse pad implemented in, like, unison.
Okay. Did John Harrington have anything to do with that?
John Harrington, of course, great-great-great-grandfather of Jon Snow, Kit Harrington, founder of the toilet that we learned today here on
Locally known as the John.
John.
Had nothing to do with the mouse and mouse pad?
No, not at this juncture, but interestingly enough, he did, not only John Harrington found the toilet, he also founded the long commit.
I see, okay.
So you put 4 CTs long. He proposed it in one of his early works.
Scribings.
Yes, with a quill.
Indeed. Haven't written with a quill in years.
No, probably
ran out of squid ink.
Not until you were in school, I guess. That was the last time you used your quill.
Actually, true. I did go to Hogwarts. Now, up we go, over the Xbox, towards this A bomb site where there's no scoped rifle of any variety. Not an AUG, not a Scout, not a DAC, not an AWP.
But there is a John G.
But it's just, it's troublesome, Alex, because if they execute plainly, right? As I mentioned, in the last round when they had the upgrades, it mean they were going to be very light on in this round, and, well, they are exactly that. If they just plainly execute, just do the avant-garde, right? Get your little bridge smoke, get your little, your elevator smoke, and, well, get your little Pete over towards mid. Tizian will finish him off. Over towards A they go. Jonji, what are you going to do?
He's going to win the round, Chad.
I disagree.
John G's dead, and so is Pone alone. DJ not really in a position to contribute as he's jumped on and swiftly beheaded. Tizian not going to let them get away with much. You see, I don't know. I think NK's got some grounds for that mustache.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it with the glasses.
You know, dare I say it? I'd say it demands authority.
Yeah.
Demands authority.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that sentiment there.
You know, I think he's got a youthful face. I think the mustache perhaps helps him keep these very capable fraggers in line.
He looks a bit more stern as well.
Yeah, he does. You know, a furrowed brow and a complaint to file, I'm sure.
He does feel like he would have a pocket protector, though.
A what now?
I'll talk about this soon, because we've got Dirty Peak Pete out long with the P2, 52 for him now as... You can see what I was building.
Oh, I loved it, bro.
Like it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, a pocket protector.
You see the... Yeah, sorry, what's a pocket protector?
It goes inside your pocket where you keep your pens, so if your pens leak, it doesn't leak on your shirt. But leaking right now are the brains of Big. Another one down. The flank from DJ's coming. But so's Christmas. Crimbo alive.
The holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
They're not ready for this.
Hey.
This is the Crimbo 1-on-3.
It's the Crimbo 1v3 for sure. I mean, 33 HP, but that's not going to stop him. One click, and it's come early for sure. 4 kills from Crimbo. And dealing with what could have been something to celebrate for the Party Astronauts. It starts with a beautiful double from the P250 of Pete. Was he full blind, asked Tabson? The answer is yes, entirely. White screened. And the second, definitely inspiring. But we get to see how this one wraps up, and I do think you might be kicking yourself a little bit on that deep from DJ.
Yeah.
That was your opportunity to close the low HP. It could have been the beautiful 1 and 2, but yeah, you can't really fault Crimbo. He handled business, and this is this is where you do just have to be able to bring your boys back and say, look, listen, we weren't supposed to win that anyway.
Exactly.
And get yourself right into the right frame of mind to have a competitive Dust 2 here.
Well, it has been, 5 rounds now on the trot here for Big, and the scariest of the bunch have been that lower buy just there. So here we go, Dorps applied. It's the big red button. Let's see if the double Orbs can profit here. It was working well for Liquid with Shocks and OC yesterday. Let's see if PTR and Pwn alone can do the same. Nade from Sirison there to... Oh, I was going to say shroud his position, but he actually uses that to find the pick. That was very naughty. Pwn alone down, Ben has to rotate. And again, if they just go for a simple A execute here, Pete is over towards Pit. That's not where you want the AWP against a short push.
Yeah, that's for shizzle.
Even a B split right now could be big problems.
Flashed outdoors. Crimbo as well with presence. They can wrap through, but Ben has actually cut down one of the star players of the Big Clan boys. BTR running now into the talented Tizzy and Lurk. And they're in.
They don't have to go B right now. Let Crimbo work. See if he can find this kill on the site. That molly's great.
That's a better frag. Yeah, but DJ down. Searson finds it. Well, we'll probably lull them into a full commit. Ben, got to be careful on his cross. Nice flash.
I don't think Searson saw this, but he felt it.
Knows his presence doors. Face, and that's as easy as it gets.
Tizian's not looking. He's getting flanked from Jonji here, so that's one. Does Jonji want to give this a go? Looks like it. Spring in his step, Kit on his side, and 2 to find.
Searson is going to have this. If Faven doesn't beat him to it, Jonji would need to hit the Scorcher onto Faven's jiggle. As soon as he walks in, Searson, nice positioning, reads the room. And I believe that is actually German for good job, boys.
Yeah, it's a dialect.
It's a dialect.
That's from down south.
München.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Bavaria?
Bavaria? Yeah, maybe it's Bavarian accent.
Yeah, I think it could have been.
I believe. Translates to good job, boys. Nice round. Let's get the next one.
Oh, okay. I
Colloquially.
I got a dud translation then. Searson's also found a kill here to open up the round, guys. So I'll tell you now, in round 11, Ben's already dead. Don't worry about it. Throwing a light by.
Do
worry about it.
Jumping SMG from Jonji. And now, this is very quick. 1 minute 35, folks. DJ can win the round on the scout. They're all so low. They are all so low. And look from behind. Peter's coming to lock him in. They have to go. Don't die, DJ. Your life is worth more than you know. You need to live so Peter can flank. And he has struck Searson and Tizian both low. Now with the bomb committed to the B site. Searson's but flanking the flanker. PTR's dead. DJ in a 1v1. Maybe some redemption here.
Very winnable.
he's already walked to the blind spot. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He has no idea. Oh, he doesn't know.
Oh, they're looking!
Yes, indeed. The Pi Astronauts just given a little bit of something special for a fourth, and that was economically revitalizing.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
It is.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, both teams have had some odd ones here. Here's the opener from Sirison that y'all missed at home. Good at this one on the cross. Bang! See you later, Ben. Nice reaction speed there from Sirison, and this was the biff towards lower tunnels, but don't worry, we're back in the action. We're out long. Space taken. Up cat, they trundle. Jonji's going to have to deal with this. He's dropped a defensive smoke. There no one's close. Mid doors, PTR. Covered shrapnel, but does get away with 75 points of health, and regardless, they make their way out long. So they couldn't get the strat they were looking for. They were looking for a long fake into a short rush, but they still get control and can still pull off something similar. Pona loans AWP forward. Oh, now it's real issues.
Yeah, this is brutal. They can... Actually, the boosting. What was that? Pona lone one, down now. Searson caught.
Tabson into the AWP. Okay, well, the boss man has the bomb, so he's going to need to group up with the crew, but the second AWP of Pete is here as well to be pesky. It's just Pete, though. Everybody else is dealing with mid, B, short.
Yeah, and Peter's going to feel a lot of util and pressure now. He's getting run on. Molotov down. Look at this. This execution puts him in dire straits, but that's the bomb carrier, and he gets away. What a quick solve from Peter Gurney. Oh, what a shot! Another one, this time to the dome of Faven. He is not going down without a fight. Some valiant play. Jonji one. Tabson is his next victim. Peter has a pop-off.
It's Dust 2, mate. This guy's been playing it his entire life.
He dreams of Dust 2.
Yeah, he's in here. This is where he feels comfortable. You know, none of this ancient nonsense. Don't worry about any of that.
And I'm pretty sure his mouse is from 2008 as well.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. He's had 2 massive rounds so far for the Party Astronauts, right? He had that scout round earlier in the piece, and this one here again. You can see that deeper smoke that he's actually playing around. That is one that has been dropped.
I knew I recognized it. I want to see when it was released. The MX518. When was that? When did it come out? Here we go. 2005. He's using a mouse from 2005, Dan.
Vintage.
Yeah, soon.
Oh, look at that. Glocks.
No, not Glocks.
Or as Dazed would say, Glocks!
And dazed and confused, perhaps a big clan as they kind of wake up from their slumber, and it's 7-6. I was hoping to hear it, if I could get any nuggets from the Astronauts there, but some degree of revenge, I guess. Running down the AWP with the Glocks is going to feel some type of way. DJ with a lovely quick 3-piece feed. And we're on our way. Will this be easy? We'll see. Searson posts up and already Jonji's across. So a 4-man lean.
DJ needs to be careful when he crosses late here because he will want to cross. So he needs to be very, very cautious about this. Maybe a flash, well, fortunate now. And hasn't crossed indeed. He stayed towards CT spawn. So hedging that it will be an A finish here. Oh,
that's brutal.
Yeah, look, it's a good peak to try and isolate your long anchor, right? But the fact that Sirison's here to greet you, that one there sucks. Oh, and another one. The AWP's just popping off here. Pete's taking down Fave and Flash. Now DJ over the smoke. It's just AWP after AWP.
We could have a full AWP feed here. Peter onto Sirson next. Didn't see him. Peter did. And Sam Sirson doesn't even need to see him for more than a half a second. Slaps Peter out of the server. GG. This one's done. Make it 8. And Ben at least recovered Pona Lone's AWP for a moment, but now he's
looking for another one. The Dragon Law's there, you know, thinking, yeah, maybe there's a close corner, maybe there's not. But the money over there with the loss bonus going to be only 1,900 is going to come into question here for the final round of the first half. Map numero 2, and Tizian will remove that as well. So there you have it. But you got 5k on Ben at the high end, and then at the low end, it's 3.1 for DJ. So it's going to be a crushing buy here. But they've made scouts work, and they've made lower tunnels pushes work as well. Here's this one from Sirison, and he was just boosted up towards mid moments before. But I really like the kill that he gets on towards Pete and Spawn. This one here, flashes, smokes, everything coming his way. And easiest kill of Crimbo's life there. Jonji kind of rocking a hard place, having a look in 2 different directions, goes on down. But here we go.
Oh, Sirson set and match. Pona Lone twice now meets him right at the start of things. There could be a second on the cards here. Or retrieved. No. Oh, he's switched on. PTR, he's having some fun, isn't he? I think he's been given the green light to just play his game. And you know what? If this could lead to a 7th, this boost is going to be one that can put salt into the wounds. A shot through the smoke confirms Searson was close, and Jonji does go straight into the double peak. He doesn't quite find lethality. Ben has to finish the job, and he will.
No!
Even how does he not die to that?
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
How does he not die? Ben is screaming 1 HP. Oh, robbed. Could get worse. PTR has to be the hero now to defend this full commit. First found. He is hitting most shots. Not quite on the second, but he's feeling himself. He's put a couple wide. Now ready for long. Deals with Tizian. Piecing it together. Searson posted up. Gap closed. DJ does take down the AWP. Close. He's not ready. And just like that, Crimbo and tabseN make it 9-6. We reach our half. Dust 2 will continue in just 2 minutes' time. Grab your snacks. Get hydrated. Grab yourself a bottle. We'll be right back to see if the Astronauts can take us to 3.
Hey Future Pros! Some people hate Dust 2. Anyway, here's a cool smoke that you can throw from T-spawn to land on the hinge of the mid double doors. Without going down a rabbit hole, you will need a scope to line this one up. To throw the smoke, get into this mini corner along the fence. Crouch down and double scope to find this smudge along the awning. Then simply jump through the smoke while crouched. By some miracle, the smoke will land.
Just subdivide. I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight we go inside. The man is the one. You build your walls with faith in God. They never come around. Then wonder why we all divide. The burden to be borne. We're coming home with a mission. To a terrible land. We are here to your omission. We are many of one. We're coming home with a mission to tear you down from your undeserved room. We can take your conviction. We are many of one. You may call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
A full team effort from Big Clan has put them in the driving seat of Dust 2. A nice competitive half, a 6-round haul from the CTs of Party Astronauts. Now they're forced to attack, bring the fight to Big Clan, and only 2 kills separating top from bottom for Big. Good to see Pete at home and comfortable on Dust 2. He's been feeling himself to stand in the super sub, 31 years of age. We right charge up mid. We're going to be seeing a biff. And already bloodshed, Searson and bullet in his head. He lives on, and Jonji will finish Tizian. This is going to be an absolutely quick pistol. What's going on?
We call this one Fight Club, and well, the fight is on. And I thought he got that for a second there. I didn't know how.
Faven gets it, saves him from the flash push. PTR, though, he's still not going to give up without a fight. He is now. Faven forces his hand. Nice shot. Jonji could win this, you know. 1v3 ain't out of the realms of possibility as he retrieves the bomb and perhaps disappears.
Well, where's he going to go? Mid to A would be cheeky, but the footsteps are going to be heard from Crimbo, and he's just going to oversee business here. Jonji, you're going to have to hit a snappy one. Well, he knows now.
Crimbo has not...
Get it down, son.
Going to run him down. Oh, he's not ready for this. Not ready for both. Gets the info safely, but finished off. Nice reaction. Crimbo handles business, and so do Big.
I think this is good. The Big know that they can play rounds like that and be aggressive and win those type of fights. So it's nice that they're doing things in that fashion, not just always necessarily doing it by the book. But a fun one here. Tizian gets the open onto GJ, and it's just a continued slogfest because neither team wants to back down from the mid control. One from Faven that caught me off guard because Tabson gets completely blind, so overseeing and helping out the Big Clan in-game leader here. It was Faven. This was the one. Yeah, I was very curious how Tabson got that kill because he didn't. But it's a light buy right now from the Astronauties. They've got themselves a Deagle, a P250, and 3 Gloxicals.
Eins. Und hier kommt die zweite. In 2 Sekunden.
2?
Ja, fantastisch. Und 3 mehr. 2 mehr. Und wir sind fertig. Wow, I cast it around in German. I've never done that before. Successful. It's just numbers, but I did it.
Yeah, well, you
give me a star. Where's my gold star from the sheet, Chad? Where did you put the sheet?
I don't show you guys anymore.
Oh, you didn't bring
it? No, it's here. It is here. I just haven't put it up publicly. I don't want everybody to have a competition against one another.
That was my gold star.
Look, we'll get you a stamp on the hand and a sticker for your shirt. So
please. Because I saw Maui had one.
Yeah, well.
You didn't tell me that was happening.
Yeah, well, you know, you join me for some basic games.
Maui's going to be here, by the way, boys. You get to see Maui and Anders for your 3rd game of the day, and it should be a fun one.
Yeah. An American game.
Yep.
The Americas. Uniting South America and North America in a battle with some French flavor.
Oh, you really did sell it to me there.
Timeout called here from Big. Now, they're going to be operating with the interesting buy that they have, right? The MP9s, the FAMAS, the Scout in play. But let's see, because Searson has a really good spawn if he wants to go and take the mid-fight. He doesn't have a scoped rifle on the other side to have to concern himself with. And if anybody would like, you know, Tizian could or Tabson could with the MP9s push into lower dark behind the Scout. I think that's not a bad maneuver by any means. Tabson's going to use the long spawn, makes sense. Faven and Crimbo actually over towards B. So keeping the youngsters together here. Tabson with a set molly. Jonji ahead.
Absolutely run down. It's Jonji to kick open the site, and you know what that's going to do. That's going to force a huge rotation. I mean, surely this is a round set for success. More pressure. I think Big may have worked it out. Crimbo.
Yes,
yeah,
this is it.
This is the round right here. If DJ... Oh, he's got the bomb and everything. This is all about his read and positioning. Cross-set, perfect. Don't overextend here, fellas. Great pop flash, but Faven can still ruin your day. It's 1, it's 2. Searson a problem for a moment, but that's a nice finish. Jonji with the flourish. 3 kills from him in total. Puts him up to 7.
It's good to be able to send somebody like Jonji out long and he gets a kill, right? Like, it's one thing if your entry fragger like that goes out, dies, gets nothing, gives up the AK. This is it. Get on the replay here. So Tabson trying to get it all done on his lonesome. But remember, that was a bonus round. However, the Big that I know are quite conservative. They will wait until they get all their goodies to close this out. Good shooting from Jonji there to close things down. So you will just see more of a partial investment here. Scout and some upgraded pistols. Let's see how far they can get these to go. Great nade early. Pete doing some damage through the smokes. The flashes are coming. So are the pistols.
I'm scared for Pete. He's handled business. Everything's cool. Everything is good in the party astronaut hood.
And we'll call this 11 to 8, I do believe. Now, I did tell you before we started map number 2, I was like, I can see, well, will we go 3? I feel like there's a chance this one could go 3. There's
I
still a
didn't.
chance and probably most people didn't, right? But things could still go very wrong for Big, right? I know that it seems like they can just coast through now like they did on Overpass, right? Because remember they had that on the T half where Sirison and I think it was Faven saved the Deagle and a Scout, and then it kind of
screwed them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's going to happen again right now, but I also think that because this map, you can do some momentum-based plays like out long, right? If you scrim out long and you're able to trade efficiently, then you should likely be winning the round in those scenarios. So a couple of those could fall in the favor of Party Astronauts. And they're sticking together as a pack, right? They're staying as a unit. They're not overcomplicating things. They're just going to go trade out on towards B. Oh, well, Jonji has basically secured the round now. It is just Faven up close and personal, and he's not going to be given a kill. So good restraint from Jonji not to go looking any further.
Yeah, really nice. Because it could have led to that loss of the AK. Faven saves that. Everyone's winning. Lovely. Jonji just knows. And he's starting to feel himself. I mean, I'm sure it must be quite a payoff because you don't get it all the time with opponents in this group when you are party astronauts where you start anticipating moves and positions.
Yeah,
like
precisely.
that's the payoff. That's the payoff. It's like, oh wait, that's exactly what I expected. And suddenly the game no longer feels like it's just out of your reach. You can understand and justify where your opponents are going to be moving to.
Now this is curious. It is the first time out of Party Astronauts here throughout the entire game.
On the win.
So yeah, and I think this is cool for them to be talking this through. They don't have long spawns, guys. Like I can tell you right now that the closest long spawn is PTR. Everybody else has a B spawn. So maybe that's going to be part of their conversation, but you know, Rush B, I know it's a matchmaking classic here, but it's something that's a little bit more difficult to pull off. They also don't have Jonji in a good position to try and find them an opening. We do take a glance in towards the dead eyes of the counter-terrorists.
Probably is a good embodiment of where Big Clan's concerns are right now. They want to finish it here. They've got plans. Maybe they made a little early dinner reservation.
I see the players going out for the Bulgogi.
Bulgogi?
Getting out to the KBBQ.
I'm well up for some more KBBQ in my life. Give me that short rib.
Well, they are heading over towards B with 4. They could do the classic play where they extinguish the molly or they run through the molly on the last tick because Sirison is currently busy in middle. If they just keep... Oh, they're coming in. It is a B rush.
You nailed it, Chad. They're in. Faven, lot to do. Jonji has opened up the site. They know there's an AWPer close. Sirson's filled the feed already. Smoked off. Glass cannon. He is very vulnerable to spray back, and they are looking to position for a retake. This is a notoriously difficult one. It's early positioning. Crimbo's got a nice nade onto the plant spot. So
do they risk it all and go for this retake?
I mean, this could be where we decide how threatening Dust 2 will be. They re-smoked it. Check the util. We've got more smokes. 2 more smokes and a Molotov.
So risky right now.
Really go.
Big. I feel like if Doors is just going to continue to be smoked, there's no point going through the window molly now. I think they're backing off.
Yeah. Oh, Jonji's brave. You might want to try and catch one on the retreat, confirm their suspicions, but they are out. They are out.
And that's 9. 2 rounds the difference now.
Wow. I mean, I'm not ready to jump on your bandwagon, but I am certainly aware that it exists.
I've been harsh to the Americans over the years, right? So I'm trying to get them back on board.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the American fans back on board. We've had our runs in, me and the Americans. But that's great. And sure, look, the guns get saved, but Faven's only going to get hooked up with a Fami here, so...
Dude,
rough one.
I mean, you looked at the spawns. I wonder how much was that was the driving force, especially with the timeout, time to think it through, to, you know, make sure you, allocate the roles properly.
Yeah, and the fact that Sirison stayed fighting mid there on the jiggle from Suicide means, okay, maybe it's a bit lighter, we can get on in, and they did, but here we go. Now towards long, Pwn Alone out with the AWP. What's he gonna do there?
Die is the conclusion of that, and an AWP delivered, I'm sure, eventually. Wow, that nade... Oh no. Very suicidal maneuvers here. Jonji has to really be the fragging hero, doing it all here.
Guys, take a bit of sauce out of the round, just chill.
Maybe don't chill, maybe stay aggressive, maybe stay in their face.
Or not.
Change the round now, don't worry about the win, think about the damage. Find frags, don't need to win, just do some damage to that CT economy because you just gave them a secondary AWP. Don't allow them just to have free upgrades here, just isolate some jewels. Try and trade.
It's very rare to see the AWPer go for the blue bin cross.
Jonji can smoke doors here. Crimbo's ahead of this. They just... Oh, Faven's tucking in too. This one should be a lock, Alex.
I mean, they actually have a chance. They're ahead of the Incendiary, and there goes their chance. John G is good, but not good enough for Crimbo's peak. Quick one there, and yeah, as you discussed, Chad, this is the downside of opening deaths such as that. It was a bit of a light one, and now all of their financial woes have been resolved. 12-9.
All right.
All right. They can still find a route. What do you call it? Route.
A route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I say it now. I forgot. I only know.
Say route?
Route. Thank you.
Yeah, you say router, I say router.
Router.
And here we go. Pete towards long with the AWP.
Not going to repeat that, are you, Citizen?
No, and that smoke as well means that Pete can just maintain this line. And normally you want to, well, do exactly this. Slip a rifle past in case of re-aggression. You can bring the rest of the troops. They have to be very careful right now. Oh, almost a double two.
Could have been. Won't be. Spreading forces of smoke. Searson doesn't have a line. He'll have to peek around and over, perhaps. High flash to punish. Yo, Jonji's taking some gambles here. What a shot onto Tizian! Actually catches him jumping for info. Searson's his next victim. Jonji doing so much work for the party astronauts. He's given him an opportunity. NS in the chat from Tizian. He's given him full credit for what he's just laid down here. This could rocket the astronauts into a 10th. Jonji's laid down the foundations. They just can't let it slip. Good. Double smoke. Only punish now is really going to be in the hands of Tabson. They know he's there. Trajectory makes it clear, and so does the frag. Ben can't respond. Ben doesn't respond. Tabson saves them. Big Clan was so vulnerable. And now DJ has to pull off a 1v2. Ouch. Do you walk or do you stay? It's the right call to anticipate long.
Oh, great stuff from Tabson there, yeah.
What a round from Tabson. Just switched on. Just switched on.
They're having fun.
I think...
Having a good time.
If you were guessing, who was that?
I think it's NK.
I thought that was NK.
I feel like he's just doing it just because, hey, the team are probably fist up.
NKJ.
He's just having a bit of fun with it. Keeping it loud, making sure that they can hear him, and also delaying the defuse, but they retain the double AWPs. That's good. The bomb goes down. It is going to make things quite difficult going forward here from the party astronauts, but at least they can keep rifles in their hand. Now, shot coming out of Jonji here. Yeah, that was a nice specky on the jump. He's good on the entries there. You know, I think Jonji thrives in the chaos of things, but Tabson, this is the reverse of what you're used to seeing from him. Normally, he's doing that from the A ramp. Oh, and that is the vertical bomb. That's a rarity, guys. That happens. It's like once in a blue moon.
Yeah, it's the blue moon.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He's had enough, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Ponyline's watching, though.
All right. All right. Tabson, bit of a game changer. And he's the first scalp, so Party Astronaut's given a leg up in this round. They just have to not fumble. Hinge smoke. Does Searson have the risk?
Oh.
He whiffed it.
Yeah. That right there makes jumping up Xbox a little bit harder.
Cappuccino in the chat.
Coming back towards B, look at this aggressive tunnel setup right here. Crimbo on that secondary AWP, and he has Faven who's anti-flash, so this could work.
Yeah, it's going to likely catch them off guard. I mean, this is not a setup they're encountered before. It's a question of how well drilled you're going to be. Peter's surely going to give him a bit too much hip. Pin pulled. Crimbo posted. Opponent to try and take the fight, and they retreat. Oh, they do stand and deliver an equalizing set of frags. But Jonji, look at him. Look at Jonji. Trade. Oh, took his sweet ass time. DJ's gone in the process. It's another Jonji clutch.
Hey, he's playing outside the bomb. It's still down towards tunnels. He might get a kill for free here. If they continue to scale forward, Jonji's above them. But he can't stay here for long.
So ambitious. Oh, delicious! Oh, it was nearly god tier. Jonji nearly just outbrained the Big Clan boys.
That would have been beautiful.
I swear, I'd have actually had to change my pants.
That would have been a beautiful round right there, but this is feeling dire, unfortunate.
Oh, his brain was swelling, his cerebellum full of thought.
It was a great attempt, right? Just, if he had the bomb on his back, that would have been the best in that scenario right there.
Oh, dude. I want to see, I don't know if we get it. We'll find out. Let's just see what happens here. This is the Searson reaction. Whoa.
Yeah, okay.
10 HP
That's a clutch shot. Yeah, man. I'd be frustrated too. That's a big shot for Searson to hit.
Yeah, fair play. He's just saved Big Clan because Jonji definitely outbrained and gamed him.
That was a great attempt. Unlucky, mate.
Yeah, UL's in the chat, man. That's tough. NT. Ooh, I'm pissed off about that.
Yeah.
For him.
I felt the force at which he hit that table.
Yeah, I found myself doing it in sync after watching it again. Yikes. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Party Astronauts are showing they got something. How much do they have here? It is one of the classic big 3B gamble stacks. tabseN is the unknown factor, and I think maybe just the short exec here. Bridge smoke, elevator smoke, and go. Searson is great at operating around these smokes, though, so they do have him to contest with. Good molly. It's going to buy 7 seconds off of those smokes, but they can still go. But there's no flashes either, so this is going to be, yeah, a tough one here.
I mean, a bomb plant would go a long way. Some people on 1K could really be the equalizer if they can get into the site. They have to get through Searson. And a missed shot is a great start. Tagged Pwn alone, but the bomb will go down. Mission complete.
Oh, the bomb didn't go down. The nade was perfect from tabseN, right on Pwn alone's head.
Oh, and the wallbang probably softened him up just enough. They get nothing. Wow, a combination of harrowing losses there.
It is NK.
It's me.
And this is it. Well, likely to be 16 now. Yeah, it feels that way, doesn't it? It really just does feel that way.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, boys. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Everyone here, all 58,000 of you. Put yourself in the shoes of the human beings that are wielding the mouse and keyboard just like you do.
Yep.
You're gonna be thinking about this for a few hours after this game.
Yep.
You're gonna be, oh, and that's a bugger, that is. Let's have a look at how it affected their finances. We will see AKs for everyone. It's just a little light, Galil for Peter and no nades for DJ. So that was all that they were battling for in that round. There you go. I can kind of spin it like it wasn't all hell breaking loose, but I'm still thinking about a couple of rounds to go. 15-9. We got ourselves 6 opportunities for Big Clan to close it out. Series points, more than a handful.
Okay, well, they had the B rush work for them earlier. I don't think that's going to be the play now. It's 3 through the upper tunnels. DJ and Ben to deal with any long and mid aggression here. The default has definitely changed on Dust 2 since the changes. A flash towards lower. Faven can stand his ground right now. He gets pushed back. Oh, it's actually 2 orbs bearing down on mid. Good catch there from Jakey. So the thing is, if you think that the mid orb's there and you try and scale up Cat quickly, you run straight into Searson. So that's where the issues are. Flash off. A warning shot will do a lot here. He's going to flash back for a peek. They still don't know that it is the AWP here. Should be getting an idea soon.
What is PTR going to do? He has to extinguish, so no CT smoke and a nade now on his nose.
Oh, this is bullying him right now.
Oh, they're suppressing him.
Another HE. That one's from tabseN.
Been given a smoke to go again. A deep, long smoke. You are in trouble.
If they wait this out and still go late long, it is just Tizian in this position. So an A split could actually work here, and tabseN's gambled again that is the B split. So this is more anti-flash and... Oh, he's just mounted up. Here we go. This is it. Oh, Molly's missed. They're going to have to worry about doors now.
Oh, he reveals himself. That kind of plays into their favor.
Searson's here.
Force him out. He's actually missed the shot. They need to... And the second. Searson's so low. Jonji can find him on the way through, all the way from CT. He does. The site's open. Party Astronauts say play on.
I think it might even have to be a save call right here from Big. So double digits. This is the first time they may even get to the double digits here for the Party Astronauts. Crimbo, as he spotted a barrel, he is very glued on in on this position. So he might get the swing from the up-down, and oh, he gets one. Didn't account for Jonji though, did he? Punishment from Jonji. He's going to cop some bullets through now. Oh, well, I was going to say it's a 2-on-2. They might start considering things, but the low HP of Faven will change their tune. And they'll just sit and roost right now as, yeah, Party Astronauts have gotten up to 10. Yesterday, they only managed 10 over 2 maps. Here, it was 9 on the first one, and now 10 on the second. So, edging ever closer.
Yeah, and I will say, just on an individual basis, I think Peter's warming into it as well. Just individually, he struggled. I think 8 frags, 2 maps in their first debut game.
Yeah, well, it was against players,
And it's against players, you know, like, not only you taking a huge break from the game, you're playing against the guys who've been geeking it the whole time while you were gone. So that's definitely going to be a step too far, a bridge too far. We've got 5 series points now for Big Clan.
Yeah, and look, they can drop some guns and make this one work. They can even stick with the double AWP setup. It just means that Sirison is going to have to be on a glass cannon of his own design. So, look, it's not the best of buys, but it's still enough to close things here before they get too out of hand. Party Astronauts are having fun. There's still smiles on the faces, but we do have the serious nature of round number 26 ahead of us.
Hey. Oh, great shot from Ponalone. Down goes Sirison. We need John G alive. 25 and counting. Flashed off the line. Information Faven with the AWP. Confirms his presence. PTR flashed, has to duck, turn tail, lost his AWP.
He's hidden the Sirison AWP, right? So at least that's... Oh, this is getting awkward now. Pone's gone down. John G's found one. This is chaotic.
It is, and they are going to continue to drop back and forth. Tizian holds with just the M4. They're across. The CT's here to acknowledge, and they're going to swing in. It's a brutal duel. They need to win it out. DJ only posts 1. Peter has the clutch to play on. Jumping through the 1v1 now. He takes down Faven. Crimbo last seen on site, and he can disappear. Peter, what's your plan?
He has a minute to work right now. The bomb is at the feet of Crimbo, and Pete can go anywhere, right? He can go back short, he can go all the way around long. Crimbo, though, is worried about the ramp creep up. So he knows that he was towards CT spawn, but as every second ticks on by, you start considering, okay, well, where is he now?
To be sure, I think you can see his movement acknowledging that now. He's going to be hidden. Newest addition to Big.
Near the keyboards.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, he's so close. Meet Peter, and Crimbo secures it. Big Clan will finish in 2. The new kid on the block closes it out before things do go awry. GG's in the chat. A lot of fun to watch that one. Looks like the Party Astronauts definitely having a lot more to be discussing after that. Overpass, a good map. We see Big Clan pushed to their Dust 2 limits. It's going to be a lot more to learn from the demo review, at least of that one.
Yeah, I think here, look, if they continue to trend upwards, you know, they continue to get closer and closer to map wins. They have a lot on their agenda coming up soon. The RMR not that far away and plenty of spots there to pick on up. So this is great experience for the Party Astronauts. And look, we definitely saw more out of the individuals today. So things are chopping and changing. And check out those pants on John G. Woo, looking a bit stylish there with the checks, but the fist bumps come in. And yeah, Big do get an essential win. A hug from Tapson and Peter there. That'll be it.
Close to me, going.
Good luck, man. I'm completely segregated.
Kablamo! Ho, look at the breach, holy moly! Hey guys, how to breach.
Today we're gonna show you some